All right, folks. We're just 2 minutes away from the show we've all been waiting for, The Lion's Den. You know it's about to be crazy, interesting, and downright hilarious tonight. If you've been here before, you already know why this is one of the few shows that keeps you glued to the screen the entire time. The host, fearless. What can I say? The man's a legend. Handsome, well-built, and an intellectual powerhouse. Quick-witted doesn't even begin to describe him. This guy handles every topic like a pro and never misses a beat. And you can't forget Keenal from Black Man Travels. Deep thinker, always dropping knowledge, bringing those big conversations that really make you sit back and reflect. He's all about opening up your mind to new perspectives. Oh, and when Ronan steps in, it's a whole different vibe. The man brings balance, discipline, and humor all wrapped into one. He's the kind of guy that can crack you up 1 second and drop wisdom the next. This is grown folks talk. No nonsense, no drama. Just real, respectful conversations. They get into the deep stuff, but they always respect everyone's viewpoint. You can trust the Lion's Den to bring real, unfiltered, adult conversations with that perfect mix of intellect and fun. You've got your popcorn ready, right? Because in just about a minute, this place is gonna light up. Get comfortable, hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and make sure you're locked in. Let's go. The Lion's Den is about to start.
All right, it's almost time. I've been waiting for this all week. Is it just me, or does time slow down when you're waiting for the Lion's Den to start?
Come on, let's go. I got things to say tonight. I'm ready to hop on the panel. You better have subscribed already. If you haven't hit that subscribe button and smash the like by now, what are you waiting for? You gotta support the Den, people.
Hit that notification bell too, unless you want to miss out and hear about it later.
This is the show you don't want to miss. Every week I'm here waiting. The energy, the conversations, it's about to get real.
Tick tock, I swear this is the longest minute of my life.
Tick tock, tick tock. The panel tonight's gonna be fire. I can feel it. Who's joining tonight? Let's go. Hit that subscribe button already.
Yo, grab your popcorn, grab your drink. It's about to go down. You're not ready for what's coming. I got my snacks, my drink,
And I'm locked in.
Let's get this show started.
All right. Quiet down. The show's about to start. Everyone ready?
Silence. The Lion's Den is about to begin. Let's go.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? Friday night, another Lion's Den. Been a busy week, been a busy month. Christmas is right around the corner. Ho, ho, ho.
What's going on, man? Everything's going well.
So you guys had a good week? Productive week?
Very productive. I got a lot done. There's still a lot more to do.
Sounds like some people on the recent news has been getting a lot of productive things done too, huh?
Getting them done or getting them done to them?
We're going to get into that. But congratulations to Travis Hunter for winning the Heisman. The Heisman Trophy. That's a
very
big deal.
close race, too. Very close.
Yeah. I don't know why it would be so close, because the brother pulled on it on both sides. He was offense and defense. All the other contenders were on one side of the ball or the other. So even though they might have had the stats, how many people going to sit in there and double up on their play time for a whole season? Nobody put in that much work.
It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
I don't know, man. I think
snaps.
I don't know. I think my fellow Haitian should have got that Heisman, man.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
Got to be true to the Haitians.
That non-FBA football player would have won that Heisman.
Why you got to go there?
Hey, y'all made it go there. That's why. So, yeah, of course, Haitians always get mistreated. So,
oh my God, we got to pull out the violins tonight. Let's pull out the violins. Let's get it going.
He should have won that Heisman, man. Hand over fist. Should have won that.
Well, he's gonna make it into the league. That's good enough, right?
Nah,
he should go higher. He's gonna get a damn bonus at least. He's gonna get selected first round.
Yeah, I think they are. I mean, congratulations to Hunter, and I wish him the best. But I mean, he's kind of in a sticky situation right now.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that. What about you, Fearless? How do you think about him getting the Heisman? You think he earned it, or you think it was a lot of politics with Coach Prime pushing it?
Oh, it's always politics, man. It's always anything time you win like that, it's politics. But the difference is he had a coach in prime that understood advertising, publicity, putting your name out there, keeping your name out there. He basically said if he don't win it, it's rigged. There's something
Who
like
that
Trump
sound
said.
like though?
Yeah, Trump. If y'all don't win, it's rigged.
Right.
And that puts something in people's mind to say, well,
But
man,
here's the thing.
maybe
That
that's
was
how
a
it
winning.
should be.
That was a winning strategy for Trump. Look how it worked out for Travis Hunter.
Yeah. But Primetime knew that, man. See that y'all don't remember. He was always about putting his name out there. When he was Neon Dion.
Yeah.
Remember, he was Neon Dion.
He had a whole persona.
Yeah. Then he became Primetime. So he knew that there was a different side of how to market yourself. And part of it was marketing. And these dudes now are marketing. And so I don't know.
A lot of these kids are already independently wealthy. I mean, Travis Hunter, I think, is averaging about $5 million a year. Now that they can actually get sponsorships while they're in the league and they don't have to worry about the NCAA.
Just John said he had a hard between the stream and Jay Rillo. Well, brother, if you go to Jay Rillo, he going to be asking for a lot of money. We just ask for your time, your likes, your attention, and your input.
Again, we appreciate the $2 super chat. Thank you, Just John.
Yes.
For starting us off down the road and hard choice between the streams. Yeah, I was on the Rillo stream. He had some OnlyFans chick on there, trying to boost his ratings. So it's a sad combination of Jay Rillo with the OnlyFans chick. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
Yeah. I mean, if you got to pay for it, that's, if you need that porn as an appetite, I can understand it, but eventually you got to get something for free, man. Got to get it for free. We basically porno. What is it? We eye candy. We fucking your mind.
Hey, don't give away the game, bro. They don't understand that stuff. How you can mess with a chick's mind so much. Her panties are wet before you. Oh Lord, did I just say that on the line? But you know what I'm saying. She ready to go.
Man, let's get right into this, man. Do you got that little what you
got?
Yeah,
let me go ahead and run this clip
because I want to get right into this. You got the little Bow Wow clip.
Bow Weezy had to tag in this. So let's go ahead and play this clip with Bow Weezy up in here.
Trappy. Check this out, gang. It's coming from your boy Bow Weezy, right? I never met you, don't know you, know nothing. But I will say this, because I've been watching from afar. I'm not the type of nigga to jump in people's business, but I was once young, about to make a lot of money, and I know how this shit go. So I need you to hear me out. Number one, I don't want you feeling as though everybody jumping down your back or cats is hating. That's that young nigga mentality. I want you to look at this like niggas care about you. And especially in our community and in this industry, not a lot of brothers get the opportunity like you about to get. You know what I mean? You about to get the biggest check in your life. You about to go to the NFL. And all we are doing is waking you up, young brother. Because if you don't see what the fuck is going on, gang, if we didn't give a fuck, we'll let you crash out. But from one player to the next, hey, my nigga, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but I want you to open up your eyes, man. There's no reason why she commenting on another nigga page, an NBA nigga, with heart eyes and the motherfucking money tongue out. That's your fiance. Wake up, young brother. Fiancés don't move like that. I ain't never had one of my motherfucking girls ever lay next to me in the same crib as me under another nigga page, leaving heart eyes with the money tongue out. Total violation. That bitch would have been packing up her shit and getting the fuck out my crib that day. I don't play that shit. You out. And it's like you so caught up in being in love with this motherfucker, bro. I don't even think this woman really loved you like that, bro. You gotta watch the signs, man. That woman said you wasn't even her type. If a woman tell me she not my type but end up with me, then what's keeping you here? What's keeping you here then? If I'm not your type, that means you going off looks. So what the fuck is keeping you here? You gotta ask, but you young though. But you gotta ask yourself them questions. We not coming down on you, brother. We trying to wake you up. You know what I'm saying? Before this motherfucker end up. Last but not least, young brother, I want you to live your life, man. You young, man. I don't even think you 24 yet. Do you know how much women are about to be thrown your way? Boy, you the Heisman Trophy award winner. Can't no nigga give you no advice better than me because I was young with the bag and I'm still here doing it, navigating through this whole shit. A nigga can't, I'm telling you from first-hand experience, brother, it's about to be so many women about to throw that thing your way, you ain't gonna be able to turn it down. So all it's gonna do is just lead to frustration and all type of bullshit in your household anyway. Young brother, snatch that ring back, get focused on what's important. Nigga, it's hard to build your shit when you got a broad with you that's, bro, you in the media more for the broad than you is for the winning the Heisman. I don't like that. You know what I mean? So I don't give a look. Coach Prime got my number. You know how they hit me. I'm telling you, my nigga, I ain't coming down on you. I ain't trying to hate on your situation. But my nigga, wake up.
Damn. Was he coming straight with it or what?
I said before. Wait. So, no, who was the number 2 person that was in line for the Heisman?
It was Genty.
All right. You know the number 3 person?
Nope.
All right. Let's see. Let me just look.
Hey guys, I'm hearing some feedback. When
It's probably Fearless over there.
No, I'm using my old school, so I don't have nothing. I shouldn't have anything that feeds back.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't have nothing else plugged up.
Mic check. See?
Mic check.
Ain't us.
So my thing is this. Let me look these people up. Candidates 2024. And I'm asking this question for a reason. So I just want to go through who the 4 candidates. So we got Travis Hunter. We got let's see, Genty, running back. Who else we got? Gabriel, quarterback. And we got Ward, quarterback. Out of those people, do you know any of their girlfriends?
Nope.
Why is that?
Because
Meaning you famous because your dude is famous. You ain't got nothing to do with this. You play your part and play in the background. Nobody needs to know your name. We only know you because of him. And we really shouldn't be knowing you. That's the problem. That is the problem. She going front and center on something she shouldn't be front and center on. She shouldn't have any type of attention on her. She need to be in the back and play her. Look, this is when they say, babe, you need to play your role. Play your part. And your part is a supportive role. In the background, being supportive. But you in limelight, and you can't even handle the limelight. If you're going to put yourself in front of the camera, understand that people are going to go through you, talk about you, research you. And then not only that, you feel the need to defend everything somebody says. You're not ready for the limelight. You're not ready for those stories. Play your part. We don't need to know your name. We don't need to know nothing about you. And that becomes the issue. What happens right now? This is just little. You know, he in college. What happened when he go on the road? When he going city to city?
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there. Because you got the biggest media personality in the world as his coach, Coach Prime. Do you think that man is not talking to him in the background about, and his lady, about her actions? You saw how he tapped her on the shoulder and said, you need to get up off that chair when he got the award. Right? Mm-hmm. So you don't think he's going to get that house in order real quick? Now, he can only have his ear for a little while longer before Travis is on his own. Now, is she running the household? If you look at, you know, they have a YouTube channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have a YouTube channel, and you can see the interactions between them. They both they're like introverts. They don't really go out a lot. Well, he doesn't because he knows how to stay out of trouble. She's the one that's going to drag him in. You know who he reminds me of? Patrick Mahomes. If y'all don't know, Patrick Mahomes' dad was a very popular baseball player. So he grew up independently wealthy. He grew up in that limelight, so he's very used to it. Now his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend, who he wound up marrying, she was not. So at the end of the day, she was all out in the media saying certain things and acting a fool right along with his little brother, more so than Patrick. I mean, they waited through about 1 to 2 years before she settled down. But at the first couple years, you know, I think Taylor Swift is actually helping him out a lot because of Travis Kelce getting, you know, involved with Taylor Swift. But before Taylor Swift came in, her media training and the way she was acting, she always wanted to be in front of the camera. Him and or her and his brother were always acting a fool. It happens, man. A lot of these family members do not know how to handle the extra attention that they're getting. You remember, the football players are used to it. They're playing in front of 70,000 people on a regular. The parents, the girlfriends, the brothers, the sisters, they don't know how to handle that. They ain't never been in front of that many people in their lives. So yeah, they're gonna have to go through some media training, some etiquette training, and some other things before they start addressing the media. But I think he's a young man that's got at least the right kind of guidance initially. Whether he continues to pay attention to that guidance once he gets to the NFL, we will see. Because we've seen some implosions too. Tyreek Hill, Kadeem Hunt. I mean, there's so many football players once they get in the NFL, and all it did was enhance their personality. And I'm going to land my plane with that.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if y'all knew this. You know, I am in Dallas. And you know who used to live in Dallas, right?
Yeah.
Who is that?
Prime and a whole bunch of other people.
If y'all don't know, Prime was here. And let me. I'm just going to cue this up real quick. I'm going to see if I can go through this kind of fast. Because Prime, the reason he know all about
that's going to be a game changer.
Because he's one.
We go back to the community property laws of Texas. Everything is going to be community property unless proven otherwise, and it gets divided in a just and right manner, a fair manner.
Friedman told the court, there is no agreement. This court has been misled, and the document is not enforceable.
It's greed. It's greed. You signed a contract. We had a prenuptial, and now you don't like the terms of it because the realization that it's over. Your lifestyle will be no longer the same way. It's greed.
Deion Sanders, Pilar's attorney, argued, did not fully disclose his wealth at the time the two signed the agreement that he said made it void. In court testimony, Pilar's attorney in 1999, when the two signed the marital contract, testified Pilar wanted better terms. That's why we negotiated. She asked for $1 million and a $100,000 signing bonus.
You stood in front of a judge and said, I agree to all the terms of this prenuptial. They asked you specific questions and you said yes. Now, when it all goes wrong, you don't like the agreement and you make up these lies.
After growing tired of the arguments by Pilar's attorney, the judge ruled the premarital contract good as he had before and ordered the case to go to arbitration.
I'm just tired of this. Like, move on. Go on with your life. Let's do it. You know, you got a meal coming. Let's go. Let's do it.
that prenuptial saved him.
Hell
Not
yeah,
only
it
did
did.
it save him, later on, she was doing something crazy, and she was keeping the kids from him. She was keeping those boys from him.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
he eventually got full custody of the kids because she was playing games. So just imagine the reason he's saying, look, you need a prenup because I had a prenup. And if I wouldn't have had it, even though I had it, this chick still tried to get me for everything I got. And I had to say, look, we went in front of the judge. You signed this. You know you had enough time. You agreed to it. And that's what saved him. Because if he didn't or he did something wrong, he would have been paying. He would have been paying. So he knows from experience, man, it can go good now. And just think about this. I've never seen, she signed a $100,000 signing bonus for a prenup.
Crazy
what kind of shit is that?
Yeah, that's some pro ass terms right there. You got a $100,000 signing bonus. Damn, he was showing out with that one.
But that's just crazy anyway, that I'm paying you this money. And that's how it is. And he's trying to tell this gentleman, look, everything is great now. It's gravy. She been with you. We just preparing you for what you shouldn't have. And so I think the problem is not the problem. And a lot of youngsters out there don't do it. When you try to tell them, man, I've been there, I've done that, here was the result. And what I'm trying to do is save you from that bad decisions that I made. Right. They don't listen. None of them listen.
I want to go ahead and chime in on this, man. He's a young man. This is probably his first time in love. I mean, we all remember how we were when we first time fell in love. That's some good coochie. We made a lot of dumb decisions. So, he's no different than any average brother that just recently fell in love, got some ass, and he doesn't know what to do. He's not going to listen to anybody. I think all this preaching to him is pointless because he's going to stand by his decision. Now, the thing is, would he follow up with that decision? Being engaged doesn't mean shit. How many people have been engaged but never been married? So until then, we see what happens. But I don't think there's no convincing at this point. If Prime can't even convince him, I don't think anyone else can until he sees the flaw, the issues, and some of the red flags that everyone else sees. But until then, it falls to deaf ears.
But they have a scheduled wedding date already.
Yeah, but doesn't mean they're gonna go through it.
My thing is, what's not discussed is, do they have a prenup on the table?
More than likely,
and most likely, if Prime is guiding him, he's going to tell him, hell yes. Don't sign that contract and don't go to the NFL draft without one.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's kind of crazy. I wish him the best, but whenever a man is that fallen in love and he's not listening to his closest peers, I don't think he's going to listen to any strangers. So it's really up to Prime and his sons to convince him, like, hey, do what is best for you and not for her. Because I can see the red flags all over the place, but at the end of the day, I can't convince you otherwise.
It's
yeah.
But why are guys like that, man? I mean, why is it that the society has come where, and I don't know if he has a father. I don't know. I know he has a mother in his life. I don't know how she's in his ear, but why is it that guys, just not in this corner, they just get to the point where they just don't listen? They know.
I mean, we have that in our own community here in the travel space. The young bucks don't want to listen to the older guys that are more experienced.
I mean, I think it's I think he needs to get burned. Damn. He needs to learn.
That's
the hard way. I mean, it's what it is. We all learn. Look, listen, we all gone through it. We talked
about that yesterday when mothers coddle their sons instead of letting them get hurt and learning from
every man goes through that, and it's sad that he has to go through it. So if it means he has to go through his first marriage and divorce it within 1 year, he learned his lesson. But until then, beating a dead horse here, man. I think he's deeply in love. He's in his own little world, his own little bubble. And she's gonna do everything she can to protect that, but until he see the flaws, then it doesn't mean anything.
Listen, the guy's been with this girl for over 5 years now. This is not a brand new relationship.
Correct.
This is one that they shuffled into it from the time they were in college at Jackson State. He's been dating this girl, when he first got there. So they went into, if you look at their YouTube channel, they went into getting their first house together. Even then, they understood having distance even in the house. They each had their own rooms and a room that they slept together in. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's been able to control his own self when it comes to where he positions himself. They make fun of him about one time where she was going out with her girlfriends. He drove her to the event and sat outside instead of going into the event and allowed her to drink because he doesn't drink or smoke or any of that. He didn't want to expose himself to that environment to where he could possibly get mixed up with something, because dudes get jealous. They know who you are. All of a sudden, they want to show out in front of your girl, whatever. and you get yourself compromised. He knew better than to go in that club to sit outside and wait for his girl so she didn't get in any trouble and drive her home.
Well, guys,
Now,
keep in mind that
I'm a
she's
simp.
older than him. She's older than
she
him,
is.
like by 4 years.
Yeah.
So they never met in high school. That whole bullshit, that's false. This is a
No.
brand new relationship. They don't really have that much history together.
5 years. It was
Okay.
5 years.
He confirmed that it was 5 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 5 years.
Well,
It's been
listen,
tracked.
man.
It's been tracked as much as they've been on TV since Prime has been in Jackson State, and before when Prime brought him into Jackson State, he recruited him straight out of high school. You know,
He recruited him from high school.
Yes.
Well, I mean, look, like I said, it's a dead issue, man. This guy, he's his own little world. There's no one else going to tell him otherwise. If Deion Sanders or his closest friends can't convince him, or even his mother and father can't convince him, man, look, having these random conversations about him, getting prenups, that shit ain't going to happen because he's deeply in love.
So even though you're in love, what you're saying is you wouldn't get a prenup.
I never said me. I said he.
Okay, so he's dumb. You not.
He's dumb.
I'm gonna take that back. I think it was reported 5 years, but I'm looking, and it said Travis Hunter approached Leanne Lane back in 2022. So that's only about 2 years.
Yeah, I know it's not 5 years. He's 4 years older than him, and I guess he was dating someone else at Jackson State. And once he left Jackson State, that's when he met her.
Mm-hmm. So they only been together for 2 years.
That's kind of quick for him to move her in the house and stuff, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no, you know, if you're living on campus, you know, I mean, y'all just kind of together.
No, I said literally a house.
But at this time, they don't have, you know, he making money off of the deals. Yeah, so he making, it's not like he in the dormitories. And I respect what my man Adrian is saying. If he's happy, and I'm not saying it won't work out. I do not get car insurance or health insurance or life insurance because I think I'm gonna die or I'm gonna have an accident tomorrow. I get it for the just in case,
right? Because
I can't predict what will happen.
And we know what is high. What is high? What is high in America? Divorce. What is the number one reason beside for money in a divorce? I'm not fucking happy.
Hey, Adrian, if you can you check in ChatGPT what is the percentage of people who actually file for, who actually have a prenup in their marriages? Please tell me. Like, we talk about get a prenup like it's that easy. Most people don't get prenups when they get married.
That's because dudes don't want to invest the time.
No, I want to know what's the percentage of people who actually sign prenups and getting married. I don't care what the income bracket is. Because the way we like to throw prenups all over the place, like people are actually doing that shit ain't happening.
I'm just going to do it for 2024. I'm asking right now.
Well, hold up. Where did Travis? Hold up. I got a question.
The national trends for U.S. marriage rates remain relatively stable over the past decade. 2022 marriage rate was about 16.7%. Per 1,000 women aged 15 and older. Goddamn, that's low as fuck. Where's the prenup thing? Hold on. It didn't say anything about prenups, and that's when I asked it. Go ahead.
So I'm a little confused. So this is what's confusing. So Travis Hunter played at Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
But he met her in high school. She moved in with him in Colorado. So that's I don't know. But I want to play this, man, because I know you kind of wished this on him. And brother, I wouldn't wish this on maybe one of my worst enemies. So I just want to hear what Unc got to say about this. Woo, bruh.
I game. I play FIFA. I play Madden. I play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So my type of coping is a little bit different as opposed to those who consume alcohol, and pills and whatever it may be. My coping
Right.
is just different. It's just think, hey, just think about the pain, that I'm talking about,
Yeah,
hey,
just take it
that,
offline.
that fetal position pain. Like every man has been through
Yeah,
it.
you gotta tell me nothing.
Every man has been through it, and sometimes it changes men for the worse. For those that've been through that fetal position, because they never see women the same. They never see
No.
women the same after that kind of hurt and that kind of pain. And I wish it on no man.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it on no man. And everybody out here, they walk around thinking they tough and I'm so and so, and yeah, okay. But you will find the one that day will have you in that fetal position, boy. And when she do, boy, may God be with you. They know
Shit,
But
I've been in that fetal position like at least
everybody
5
people
times.
make it seem like, oh, she. So what about the people that you thought
That was my life in
together for
college.
10,
Every
15
year I
years
was in a
and they
fetal
don't make
position.
it? Then what do you say?
I
Y'all
had a
make
new
it seem
chick
like it's a
every year.
guarantee that if everything is perfect today, it'll be that way
Nah.
tomorrow. It'll be that way 5 years from tomorrow or 10 years from tomorrow. Then what?
Yeah.
Look, how you do with how you do. I'm a very private person. I don't reveal as much as I don't reveal a
Yeah,
whole
me
lot.
neither.
If you notice, I used to reveal my dog.
I mean,
I play that, man, but Ocho got hurt. He was hurt on that broadcast, man, because he was reflecting on his girl.
Yeah, just recently too.
Yeah. And so I understand what he's saying, man. When it was like you're gonna be in a fetal position, you're gonna be that. It's a pain that it's that if the quickest way I tell guys, look, if you want to lose weight, don't get a bariatric surgery, don't get no liposuction, fall in love and get crushed. You will lose weight. Man, you go a whole week without eating and not even know you was hungry. You like, man, I still ain't got no appetite. So that's why I say I don't want to see that brother go through that.
I mean, guys, come on.
So I have the stats up.
As
if
part
you
of
guys wanna
human-
hear 'em real quick.
Go ahead.
In 2022,
15%.
15% of U.S. adults signed prenups, significant rise since 2010, which was only
3%.
3%. The trend particularly is notable among younger generations. Approximately 40% of newlyweds and engaged individuals aged 18 to 34 have negotiated prenuptial agreements. So at least the young guys are doing it more so than ever now. So despite increase of prenups are still not the norm in most marriages. A state suggests that about 5 to 10% of marrying Americans have prenuptial agreements in place.
But I would say of that 5% or whatever percentage that is no one that is 18 and 22. I think those are people who are established, who have money. It's going to be rare that somebody
you got to have a need for one. Yeah.
And not even, I think, who said it? Man, I can't remember who said that. They said, you get the prenup for who you plan to be. You're not signing it for who you are. But a lot of us can't see, if you're 21 years old, 22, you can't see who you're going to be in all of those years. Because you're like, I ain't got nothing now. Do you think Jeff Bezos, when he was in his garage, could imagine where he would be at today?
Hell no. No. No way he could have known that it was going to hit like that.
Yeah, LJ, 10 to 15 pounds. That's easy, man. That's like in 2 days. You ain't even gonna notice that. You're gonna cry yourself to sleep.
Guys, I think we need to be realistic here. We were all young. That one badass girl we always wanted to have, you finally got her, you fall in love. You all deep in the pussy. You just don't see nothing else. And it's sad. People you're not gonna see the red flags until it's time for you to see the red flags. So me personally, let him live his best life. If he gets married or not, I don't care. It doesn't affect me. But I hope he just put himself in the right position.
So I got a question for Henry Turner. He says, this is why the community is so effed up. You got 5 grown ass men sitting on here talking about a kid and his relationship, and y'all don't see nothing wrong with it. Well,
There's only
Henry, I
3
would
of
say
us here.
this. This is why the community is effed up for people like you. Because you should have a father community. You get raised by a village who can sit down and talk to you and say, hey, man, I've been in the same mistakes. Let's do it. That's why rappers are still signing a fucked up deal, because nobody said to them, man, you didn't do it right. I messed up. I should do it. That's why somebody's still balling out and going to jail, because nobody sat down to them and said, I did it wrong. Won't you do it right? The problem is the community don't care. The community wants to see you fail and fuck up each time, because we rather see you crash out than come up. Yep. You are the issue, man, because it should be people that should gather around and say, man, don't do this. Let me help you out. I've been there. And the reason blacks always fuck up and always start from zero every single generation is we don't have these talks. See, in white communities, they talk and say, look, we're not starting from zero. We're going to build a generational wealth. I'm going to sacrifice so you don't have to sacrifice so that I can make things better. They talk about it. They have those communities. We don't. This is what's wrong. So it ain't the problem. We ain't the problem. We're trying to make the next generation better. If you want to keep starting from zero, you keep starting from zero.
Let me say this real quick. And we just had this conversation yesterday on Thursday night therapy session. You might want to go back and replay that. The problem is, in your household, your mama raised you, if you were a single parent home, that said, don't nobody say shit to my son. She coddled you and kept you away from male mentorship. So this is why we have these conversations. It's not just to have our airing out our opinions. It's for other brothers that are disillusioned and don't know what they're doing, don't have any male mentorship to even hear some of the things we're saying and take heed to what we're saying and apply it to their lives. Because there's not a lot of men out there that are telling y'all the right thing to do. They'd rather watch you crash out than tell you the right thing. So the fact that you're sitting here saying that means you don't care that people actually in your community are looking out for you, which is ridiculous to me.
It used to be like that. Your neighbors looked out for you and all of that. And he's saying Travis has a father and it's okay with him getting married. I don't care if the brother gets married. We're saying protect yourself, your investment. That's all. Get married. I like guys to get married young, because as a young person, you can build wealth. You can have, you don't have to be on the cock carousel with the women. You don't have to go through all of that. You can be with someone. That's a fantastic thing. I think more gentlemen should get married at a younger age. And the reason that they don't is because they don't feel financially secure. But protect your investment, man. Protect who you are and who you're going to be later on. That's all. And the reason, and you're saying we don't care. Deion Sanders, his coach, is telling him from the video I just played, because Deion, who was the man, went through the same thing. Beautiful woman. Pilar was fine. Yeah, but what happened? Yeah, she was fine. But what happened? She signed it and said, you know what? Yeah, I signed it and I agreed to it. But you forced me, or you did something, or whatever excuse it was. She changed the whole dynamics of it. And now she became a victim.
I'm going to say this, man. I just did a podcast this past Wednesday about, making sure that you vet the person that you marry.
Right.
The same things that I tell you, to do while overseas, if you're looking for that special person, it's the same thing you do here in the States. Don't rush it, man. Take your time, vet the person, get to know the person outside the bedroom, put them in different situations to see how well they will respond to it. Then you go from there. But we're not hating on the brother. We wish him the best. Like for me, I wish him the best, man. That's it.
But I still say this. You want to go back and just go on that? When you say, yeah, he should get married, I don't even think that's the right chick. Because your woman ain't playing her role. You are in the limelight. She shouldn't even be a part of the picture, man. She should be playing a supporting role. Do you know, like when you see the president, he out there talking, but the people that's really making the decisions, the power behind the president, you don't even see him. You don't even know who they are. And that's the role she should be playing. We shouldn't even know her name. If they doing TikTok together, yeah. But anything else, she shouldn't even be making comments on. She shouldn't be talking about their relationship anywhere.
Taking interviews.
Correct.
None of that.
You keep that. The only reason we know you is because of him, and you shouldn't be out in the limelight discussing him in any aspect. Your
Matter of
whole
fact,
thing.
until you
You
sell that
don't.
NFL, until you sign that NFL contract, anything is being said could be held against you, pretty much in consideration of who's drafting you at what level.
I didn't even know. Let's see. Kobe Bryant was much more famous than Travis. I didn't see his wife really doing anything. She just played the supportive role. Even when Kobe cheated on her and she stood right next to him, she ain't say shit. She's like, yeah, we'll get through this. You don't hear LeBron James saying Michael Jordan divorced his wife and married a Cuban woman. You ain't hear her bashing. Do you even know Michael Jordan's wife's name? A lot of y'all don't.
But also too, we're living in a different generation where people want to be seen, and you have someone like her that wants to be seen. But the thing is, now she doesn't like the attention she's getting. She realized people don't like her, and that's not a good
People
feeling.
aren't gonna like her because she's not black and she's got a black man on her arms, which is already crossed up in the community.
But the thing too, she said and done things. She said and done things in the public eye on live television that, like, yo, this is not a wifely duty or behavior.
Well, she said it on some of her YouTube channels because they did interviews, and that's some of the things that are coming up off of this YouTube channel they were doing together in the TikToks. Let me read this $5 super chat from True Prodigy. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I hope everything works out for Travis, but I genuinely think he has low self-esteem. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's an issue? I don't personally think he has low self-esteem. I think he thought he found a good girl. They've had a relationship to where they've grown as he's increased in his income. Maybe he thinks he can trust her. I mean, nobody knows what goes on behind closed doors and whether this woman is trustworthy, even though she might not know how to act in public. Sometimes you just can't.
Oh, brother, hold on.
Girl.
He says a dude who just won the Heisman Trophy has low self-esteem. Ha ha ha, brother. What was my man's name? Robin Williams. He won everything. Did he have low self-esteem?
He had some mental issues, and he wound up committing.
Exactly. The one guy that used to do the travel thing when he used to do the cooking show. Did he have low self-esteem?
No.
But he offed himself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what people present to you to the outside. And just because you won something, how many musicians have been on top of the world and then all of a sudden they off themselves?
Plenty.
Exactly. So don't tell me somebody won the Heisman Trophy. I know a guy that said, I know somebody said, man, I forgot who it was. They said they won the Super Bowl and they looked around and it became the worst day of their life because they thought they made it, but nobody was there. So you can't say just because you won something that makes you happy. There's a lot of people out there that you thought was happy and thought was on top of the world. And the next thing you know, you're like, man, he's no longer here. That's a stupid analogy, brother. That means you let me know your ignorance.
Uh-oh. Don't do that. You turn into your boy.
And I'm not pushing you pushing someone else's failures on Travis. You said that he's happy because he won the trophy. Heisman. We don't know how he feels. Nobody knows how he feels. That could have been the happiest day of his life. And here's the thing, if it was the happiest day of his life, where should the attention be? If it's the happiest day of his life, all we should have been talking about on Heisman Trophy Day is Travis Hunter. But what did we talk about? Whether his girl didn't stand up, whether she didn't do that, whether she didn't do this. The day is his. And that's all that should have been discussed. Her name shouldn't even have been mentioned. When you see a dude that get into the NFL draft or NBA draft and he's sitting there on the couch and they call his name, they only talking about him. The focus is never on the white chick. Usually it's a white chick that's sitting right next to him. Never.
Again, guys, I think we're forgetting that this is a whole different generation, man. I think a lot of people just want to be seen. And me personally, I don't want to put my wife in the forefront. I don't want to share my personal life stories onto YouTube. I don't want to do none of that shit. So it's like, but some people like that. And
Right.
he likes that. She likes that. So be it.
I want to say this. Play Dog brings up a good point. It's not hate, it's concern. The word hating is overused and misused. We call it player hating back in the day. Travis is a player on a football field, but he is not a player in a street game.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah. Now, how many people do you say that are superstars or very famous, but they really don't have those life skills? Because you're like, how did that happen to you? I thought you would have all of it. And they still socially awkward. Still don't know how to communicate. Still get caught up in that.
Oh, well. I wish him luck, man. Still, I feel like Genty got cheated. He should have won the Heisman. My fellow Zoe should have won that Heisman. He would have been the first Haitian to win a Heisman. But hey, we'll get it next year. We got a few more Haitians in the league playing, so it's all good.
You ready to wave your flag? Where's your flag at? I see your little symbol behind you.
See that symbol behind me?
I see you.
That's all I need, man.
That's all you need.
That's all I need. The first
you need a
free
little
black independent country in the world.
You need a little
Never forget that.
for your machete.
Oh my!
Behind you too. But I know you don't want to leave that out for the kids. So
nah, yeah, the little one. He's already grabbing stuff.
But I want to take this a little bit beyond Travis Hunter. Why is it that in the community, especially in the black community, we seem to fail over and over and over again? We never learn. We think if somebody's trying to tell us something, that we can't listen because they didn't make it. And sometimes that guy that didn't make it, there was a reason why he didn't make it. And maybe he's explaining to you why he didn't make it. And I'm going to tell you why I know. Adrian, you said that, these guys, they got all these people behind them. They got all this support. He got a financial advisor. Why don't you look up the number of people that play in the NFL or NBA that file bankruptcy after 5 years that they leave? And these people have superstars around them, financial advisors. How many of those people who have financial advisors still make stupid investments? They still don't have any money. And they have people around them who are advising them.
Yeah.
I want you to go back and tell me the dude who
they figure out they use. Matter of fact, the NFL, NBA, and the baseball league all have certifications you have to pass in order to be an advisor to a pro athlete, because they know there are so many advisors out there that are looking for angles to steal from these players, and they don't have the level intelligence to see it coming. Here's the thing you guys forget. These athletes are not the brightest. They're athletes. A lot of them are not, mental giants. They don't know math. A lot of them had help just to get through basic math. Some of them don't have reasoning skills. They're just exceptional on the field. I don't know why you guys think these guys are brainiacs for some reason. And they got it all together. They got all the answers. They do not.
Well, I mean, you have to understand, a lot of us are coming from families that have never been educated on certain things. Like, I could tell you this, and I could share my personal story, coming from Haiti. My mother couldn't read or write. My mother came in this country illegally. Like, just like how these other immigrants is coming into this country, my mother came in the same way, but on a boat. We lived in the projects. So I was never raised around wealth or educated people. All I knew was like, hey, you graduate from high school and you go find a job. It was not until I changed my surroundings, and that's when I start realizing, like, hey, there's black excellence. But a lot of us don't get exposed to that. And also, too, in the black community, when I say black community, I'm speaking African, Caribbean to African Americans. We still have this get out the mud mentality.
Correct.
And we pass that shit on to our kids.
Right.
Hence why we always start over. We start over every fucking 10 years.
Exactly.
So, I mean, that's my take on
And that's what I'm saying. We consistently never get taught the basics. And somebody's always saying, you know, not in other communities. They don't say, man, if you had to go through all that struggle, that's the only way you got legitimacy.
And
it would seem that,
world?
Huh?
I mean, here's the thing. Our culture, and I'm saying American, because even the non-FBAs, when they come here, they group up. They help each other out. They still have that mentality. For some reason, our culture specifically is like, when you hit 18, you got to get the fuck out the house. They don't teach them about businesses. If you look at the Asian community, the white community, the Hispanic community, their families own a business, they're working in that business. They're learning how to run businesses. They're learning how to conduct things. Their parents take them to those businesses to teach them. Very rare in our community where that happens. And the minute you hit 18, all of a sudden you got to assume bills. You know, a lot of wealth is kept within homes because they keep their families employed through that same business. So they live in compounds. You ever hear of a very wealthy person saying, oh, I live on the west wing of my father's house? They add on to the major compound of a house. They don't have to go buy their own shit because it's communal property at that point.
But it's not taught, man.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not the community fault. It's just,
why not? Just because we're in this cycle doesn't mean you have to keep on repeating it.
But the question is, how do you know whether or not if you are in that cycle?
We're watching people fail every generation. Only few are crawling up out of it.
I guess I see things different because I see it as an immigrant. I see it as a Caribbean person. So maybe it's different compared to how you see it. But for us, it's just like, okay, we come to this country, we work, get your education, and move forward. That's all we know. And from there, we hope that that cycle will continue. When you come into this country with nothing, and you're starting at the low, it's kind of hard to watch other people succeed when you're just surrounded by other people just like you.
And I'm not trying to show my age, man, but the gentleman says we have a little more faith in young people today. And I just look at how it was. I was listening to some 90s hip hop, and we had people like Arrested Development, you saying, the neo soul saying how you can make it this. Now you listen to it, it's like, nothing. It's all about crazy. I'm getting some. We got the highest out of wedlock that we've ever had. Kids having out of wedlock, all of that. So I don't know how you say there's more faith in it today. It seems to me that it seems a little worse.
No, I've always said the more
they have, and the thing is, those kids have more technology and still can't read. You have technology at your fingertips, more information than we ever grew up with, and they still fumbling the bag.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to give you guys a chance to push back, but we have 53 minutes in. We're going to get to this next topic, and then we're going to open up the panel. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this next one, but it's just ironic how not only in our own community do Black women attack us, but they attack themselves when they see somebody doing good.
They attack themselves when, well, go ahead. I'll let you play it and we'll get to it.
Right, I'm going to start the first one, but there's a series of 3. We might not do all 3, but I'm going to do at least this one right here. Where's she at? Let's start off with
Cooking with Kya is the reason why I stay the fuck away from women. Women are very jealous. You gotta pray about that jealousy. Cooking with Kya did not do anybody nothing but pop it a little bit for pimp and cook her little meals. And TikTok decided to push her videos through. What was the problem? What is the problem? What did she do? that people wanted to go dig up her old videos or whenever she did these videos and expose her and put it on the internet. Why y'all sleep at night? Cooking with Kya is a young girl that's not bothering nobody. I'm not understanding that. Go cook you some food and clap your cheeks. I'm not. Why are we like this? You could sit there and you could have did and say you didn't care for this or whatever she did. But when y'all get to the point where y'all digging up dirt and trying to expose this young girl, these are young girls. We're supposed to be setting an example for them. Baby, let them young girls have that shit. They pretty. They got nice bodies. And it's okay to tell another woman, you are beautiful, you smell good, your shoes are cute. We got to get the jealousy out our heart. See, that's something I prayed about a long time ago. You got to pray about that shit. And it's okay to let people have their fucking moments. Cooking with Kya was not bothering nobody. That's why I don't deal with too many women. I stay far away. Because you can have somebody that you thinking your friend sitting next to you every day. You going out, happy hour, going out to eat, everything. And they could be jealous of you. That shit ain't cool, bro. You're supposed to be happy for your sister, your friend, whoever. I don't even know if it's any hope for us.
Yo, they breaking girl code now.
Here's what I'm going to say. This is the difference between black men and black women. Black men, we looked out for Travis and said, man, you know, I'll never be a Heisman Trophy winner. I'll never play in the NFL. I'll never have as much money as you, but I want to see you succeed. I want to make sure that nobody takes your money away. I want to make sure that you are there, man. We want to protect you.
Right.
That's a black man. This is a black woman, an older black woman. She thinks she too good. Oh, she gonna cook for a man? Shit, we gonna tear her down because I'm jealous that she gonna do it. Who she thinks she is that she gonna make these men happy by doing something that I should be doing, but I'm not doing, by just cooking a meal and being happy about it. Oh, we can't have that because now guys are liking her. And if men start to like a woman who's cooking and taking care of themselves, they're gonna expect that of me. And I can't have them expect that of me. So I have to make sure that she's a failure. And I have to bring up every bad thing that she ever did to prove to these men that she's just a slut or a whore. So they don't like her. Because I slutted and I whored. So I have to make sure that she's put in a position. That's the difference in the community. That's crazy, man, that you would take a person in the black community. Those women are so jealous and so upset that men are saying, man, that's a breath of fresh air. That's a black woman in the kitchen. You know, she may just be opening up a Jiffy pan and open up some cornbread, but shit, I've seen girls that can't do that. That don't even know how to set the microwave right. They burn popcorn. And they upset at this woman because other men are looking at them. And here's a reflection on what they call them passport bros. So passport bros were leaving to go somewhere to say, man, I want a woman who does that, who cooks. And they hated on them. Oh, you want to find women ain't cooking today. I got to work 8 hours and I ain't coming home to do that. And she came in and said, you know, this what pissed them off.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I can take your man. This food right here, I can steal your man. And they didn't like that because they know it's true. Because they know when a girl is in her femininity, she can steal your man.
Mm-hmm. Preach. Those are bars right there.
Well, y'all follow it up with something, brother. I need get my course, get my 808 going.
No, sitting there looking like the mad scientist, bro. What you got going on?
No,
there?
I mean, personally, I don't see nothing wrong with that young lady cooking and dancing. You know, if she's doing that for a man, hey, more power to her. As far as for the ladies hating on that, and look, she shouldn't be bothered by that because she's living her best life. Now, my thing is when you start trying to cancel somebody, trying to dox them, exactly, that's wrong. It's just like, really? Like, is your life that miserable where you gotta, negatively impact someone else by them just cooking something?
I mean, here's
it tells you
they taking her money when you messing with TikTok, because she's getting paid. After you get so many views, man, you start getting a nice little check from TikTok, and she was getting a nice little following. So they have petitioned TikTok to not only take down her TikTok because of some past media that she had, not the stuff that she's doing now,
which is crazy,
but something she did in the past.
And here's the thing, something she did in the past that was not illegal. You know, that if I think it was like a recording or some kind of sex tape with her and her man, and you know, she didn't release it. That was somebody hating on her. So it had nothing to do with TikTok at all. Nothing at all. And that's how they come at her, man.
Yeah.
Man, these women, and these women.
Let me show you how karma comes back and bites people in the ass. All right.
Welcome to another video. Cooking with Kya. Cooking with Kya. Hey y'all, welcome to our first Cooking with Kya video. So before we start, we're gonna season and marinate the meat and let it sit for about 2 hours before we cook it. Okay, I'm gonna be cooking everything.
I don't want to get a copyright strike. I don't want to get.
And here's the thing, guys.
That, but y'all saw the little logo though, right?
Yeah.
That means she just got a contract to go TV for Cooking with Kya. She got her own TV show on VH1 now. After all these black women went and hated on her ass,
wow,
and got her removed from TikTok. She done turned around and got a TV contract.
Two things.
Is it verified? Was that verified? That
yeah.
Okay.
It's all over the media now that she's on this show now. And it was
Here's
on
two
their,
things,
it was
man.
on their site. It's on a VH1 site. Sorry.
I've never watched her.
Me either.
So you know, so I've just only seen her when they came up, and so this is no dig on her, no dig at all. She's not really the most attractive person.
No.
but here's the thing. You know what made her attractive?
That makes her better off than some of the other
No,
ones.
what I'm saying is what made her attractive.
Yes.
What separated her was that femininity.
Yep.
The food she cooking ain't even all that great. I know some chicks that can throw down making stuff from scratch, making cornbread from scratch. She ain't doing that. She just making some simple meals, you know, follow directions. And I say that to say, just think how low the bar is for women to cross. You only have to do this much and you can get this much attention. You don't have to make anything fancy. You can just make something simple and you can be off of it. I remember some guys I used to work out at the gym and they like, I'm 6-packed up. I'm like, brother, that's 1% of the world. You can eat, you don't even have to have a 2-pack. You just can be looking straight and you already in the top 10. So she, just by doing that little bit, she's doing more than 90% of what's out there already. So I don't know if that's a shame on the women saying, man, this young woman who is doing this little is getting this much recognition. Is that a part on you guys or what?
And I mean, I've seen so many IG shows and IG girls actually on IG right now. They have cooking shows. Nobody's hating on them, and they're beautiful. And this one particular girl, they're irritated by her for some reason.
Is it because the color of her skin? And I can't even, we say, look, we always want to blame the white man. And we talked about this, Kanal. It's the brother who bring you down. Man, and the sad thing is, I'm going to take y'all back to 90s hip hop since I was listening to it today. Kumo D, he said, I ain't never had to run from the Ku Klux Klan, so I shouldn't have to run from a black man.
Damn.
And what he's saying is, it's not the white folks, man. It's the brothers.
So it's your own
people.
It's your own. It was the black women who were mad at this girl. Mad at her. And the thing is, I know in another broadcast that we were talking to the guy yesterday where he was saying, well, you know, it's not even that good. What she's doing isn't that great. Okay. If what she's doing is not that great, then why aren't other women doing it?
Right.
That would be
Because
my question.
what she's doing is work, and it's kind of sad that.
Say that again.
Oh,
what she doing is what? Work?
Work. But I mean, guys, come on. I think every person should know how to cook as a survival skill set. Now, your cooking skills will determine on a level of taste and quality. Yeah, but as far as essential, every person should know how to cook. Now, the fact that she knows how to cook at a young, I think she's 23 years old, and that and she cooks well for a 23-year-old. I mean, she cooks very well. But the thing is, you have a lot of people out here that say that they have no interest in cooking or don't want to learn how to cook. And the thing is, one of the biggest pride or satisfaction for a woman is to cook for a man.
That used to be.
I wouldn't. No, I think it's still the same thing. I don't think that would never change.
No, because women don't do it. Women don't do it. And here's what I'm gonna say to you. You said she's well cooked for a 23-year-old. You needed to put the pronoun on that. American. Because in other countries, they cooking like that at 16. They grow up in the kitchen cooking. They cooking for their father. For all of that. It's an American thing where we find it fascinating that you can cook. In other countries, it's a necessity. Meaning you don't have the money to go to McDonald's, go out to these steak places to pay that. You don't have that type of money.
Man, these chicks in the Philippines cooking over a campfire off the wood. Still,
you have to get the raw materials, man. When you making something, you making bread, you getting the flour and you putting all that stuff together, and that's how you making bread.
But guys, you're comparing first world problems to third world situations. So it's just like,
oh man, what you just said was bars, brother. What you just said, a woman in the third country knows how to cook better than somebody in the first world with all the technology.
Has it way easier.
Exactly.
Look, I think this is my take on it, and we had this conversation on WhatsApp. I think a lot of sisters do know how to cook. They just prefer not to, and I think they just prefer not to cook for a certain type of guy. I'm not gonna sit here and put everyone in the category like, hey, they don't cook at all, or they don't have no interest.
You gotta put that cape up sometime.
No, I mean, I'm just a realist, man. I'm not going by assumptions or what I see on social media. I have a life. I do go out. I meet people. I talk to people. So hey, but I think that yes, there is a percentage of women that don't have no interest or no desire to cook at all. And they're not gonna do it for their man, but there are some women out there who do want to cook for their man. They do want to cook for their family. I don't think that all American women don't want to cook at all. That's bullshit.
I think a lot of American
women don't have the
skills to cook, boil water, do anything nowadays. Nope. They lazy and they grew up in single mother homes, and the mothers didn't teach them how to cook or impart any kind of knowledge.
Have you spoken to every person for you to say that? Have you spoken to every?
I haven't spoken to every person, but here's what I do know: two things. One, let me ask you a question. Have you meeting women that's cooking like your mama? That's number one. Number two, I've heard and listened to and been to places that are having Thanksgiving dinner. And you know how many of those young people brought anything or did anything? If it wasn't for Big Mama that took care of all of that, they would be starving because they can't make the cake. They don't know nothing about no turkey.
If it wasn't for
potato salad, the only thing they know how to do is Uber Eats.
Collard greens. They don't know how to do none of that.
They know Uber Eats.
And it used to be a thing where they're so prideful in the family. Certain people had certain dishes they brought to family meals.
So,
and if you didn't make it,
what would you say is the percentage?
The hell out.
What would you say the percentage of women that don't know how to cook or have no desire to cook? What is the percentage of that?
I would say 90% of the women nowadays do not have the desire to cook. They feel like they can order out. 10% of the women are probably
90% of the 90%.
I would say it's that high, bro.
All right. Fearless, what about you? 90% too?
Hey, let's ask the damn community.
All right, so here's the thing. You got to say what's different. So let's see. I'm looking on here. I just looked it up, but I won't go by it. It says 54% of Americans are not good in the kitchen. But that includes women and men. Let me say what women are. And then you got to say what is cooking. Because there's different terminologies of cooking, meaning
no, that's right.
Some people microwave and say they cooking. Some people get the box and warm up and say that's cooking. I know people that say, my kids got some hot dogs. That's cooking. Beans and Franks is cooking. Or I know what they, look, I know this chick I used to deal with. And I remember I went over there and the kid was little and she was like, spaghetti again? Meaning her mom only knew how to cook like 3 meals. Wow. And one of them was like spaghetti. So they would have spaghetti for like 2 or 3 days. And she like, spaghetti again? I was like, damn, man.
Dead giveaway, just telling on her mama.
So I'm asking this, do you think it's more do you think it's more of a societal thing that women are not, because you said 90% of women are not cooking. You think it's more societal, or is it more based on racial? You think a certain racial group of women?
No, okay. I think it's across the board. I don't think it's just black women. I think it's all of them.
No, some of it I think is a little bit societal. And the reason I say that is I know of the Caucasian culture that a lot of them are cooking because I'm in Whole Foods and a lot of them are so health conscious that that's what they doing. They doing that asparagus and salmon. They doing, the light things. It may not be that greens and collard greens and fat hog maw and chitlins that we used to, but they cooking. They just cooking a little bit different, a little bit healthier. They doing meal preps. Now, I don't know too many sisters doing meal preps. I know they doing McDonald's preps, but I ain't heard them doing the meal preps.
Come on, man. Come on.
Well, they're doing those Lunchables.
Bruh, if you go to the, hold on. You go to the gym. Let me ask you, you go to the gym. Mm-hmm. When I see the snow bunnies in the gym, they there because they've been there. When I see our sisters in the gym, a lot of them are there because they need to be there. There's an entire difference. That's entirely different, brother. Meaning you got so big that your doctor told you, baby, you got diabetes, you got high sugar, you're going to have a stroke. And if you don't get to the gym, you're going to be dying. And that's when they get there.
I have a question for Roland.
Go ahead.
Before you switched it over to the Philippine side, and you were dating American women, how many of the girls that you were dating knew how to cook?
Both of my wives that I married knew how to cook.
No, the women that you were dating.
Hold on. I'm breaking it down.
Okay.
The women that I dated, I would say it was a 60-40 split.
60-40. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Of 60 being the ones that
could cook and the 40 that couldn't.
40 that could not, yes.
Fearless, what about you before you got married?
In the U.S. or out of the country?
In the U.S.
Oh, man. Not that many. Not that many.
Okay.
Look, I'm going to tell you this. My girlfriend in college tried to make gravy. Oh, and it turned out glue. Meaning you can't just do flour and water and mix it. She didn't know that you had to put like chicken broth or the chicken flavoring and stuff in there to do it. I was like, baby, this ain't white gravy. This is just glue. So a lot of them don't know how. I know more girls that watch cooking shows than cook. They'll watch the show, but they don't know how to cook. A lot of them didn't, man.
What was your percentage?
I would say
I would say that I knew one girl, and I still know her name. I won't say it. I mean, she, a friend of mine. We went to high school together. We also went to the same college together. She cooked. She did the fried chicken. She was a big girl, but she cooked. And she cooked every Sunday, and people went over to her dorm, and we all threw down.
Sunday dinners.
Yep.
I would say 90% of the women that I dated knew how to cook.
I'm calling Cat, man. I'm calling Cat.
No.
I'm calling Cat.
No.
Man, you look, brother. You get the most luckiest girls in the world.
Hey, I don't know what it is, man.
This brother get girls that know how to cook. That never have any kind of odor in their life. I mean, it's just like this brother swinging home runs.
Dude, I don't know why. It just, I always had a girl that knew how to cook, that loved to cook. I had one. She told me point blank, she didn't know how to cook. She had no desire to cook, but she always had money. So, but every person I dated up to my wife, they all knew how to cook.
What was they cooking?
Depending on the race.
Depending on their race. Man. You damn straight. You can't beat no Creole food.
Depending on the race, man. I had from Russian to Italian to black. You know, I mean, it all depends.
Did you have any FBAs? Because you saying Russian and that. I'm talking about the FBA.
Yeah, you know what? I did date a few sisters. I dated a couple of AKAs and Deltas. Yeah, they knew how to cook. They knew how to cook. And guess what? They were from Mississippi.
Oh, but see,
one was from. Hold up. Let me finish. Mississippi. One was from Ohio.
Yeah, see, we know how to cook there.
Chicago.
That's
New York.
I know about that. Yeah,
I mean, dude, I don't know. It's like for me, I think sometimes it just. I never had that issue, bro. It's just never had that issue. That's why I can't understand what you guys are going through.
No, you know the thing is, I didn't stay with them. You know, I was just a hit and run. I met this Kenyan girl named Fatima back in the day, and I mean, everybody got their story where something came from. You know, where they would say the way through a man's heart is through his stomach. You know, they would have it in Swahili or where they would say it in. But she said the way it came about was this: in her country, the man could marry more than one woman. And they would live in separate houses. So I would have a wife in this house and wife in this house and another wife in this house. Well, the woman who cooked the best is where the man would go to dinner. And if usually he went to dinner there, that's where he spent the night there.
Yeah. Okay.
So their thing was, I got to cook great because I need him to spend the night at my house. And that's why they would say the way to a man's heart.
Unless they didn't like that motherfucker and they just want a place to live. Then they burn everything every time. They don't want that motherfucker there.
I mean, listen, I think a lot of women out here do know how to cook. It's just a lot of them just prefer not to cook. But also too, there's a growing generation of women who are just don't have no desire to cook. Like I'm speaking for my experience as a Generation X and up. But this whole new generation, I can't relate. I'm not dating them, so I can't really talk about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. And that's why we're at 1 hour and 17 minutes into the live. I have punched in coming soon, open panel. The stream link is in each person's chat. If you didn't pin it to the top, you should be able to find it in the chat. The chat is now open. So we have an open panel. You guys can come up and chop it up about Travis Hunter, Kya, whatever you guys want to talk about in general. Come on up.
And to address Dan hitting too many home runs, you call it cap. Man, listen, I've always been a picky ass person. I was never one of these dudes that felt like he needed to smash the first thing he see. Nope. I was just extremely picky, and I just picked the right ones, man. It's just like, I don't know.
I picked a bad one. I picked a very bad one.
I mean,
I'm gonna tell you when I broke up with her. I'm gonna tell you. I can tell you the exact day I broke up with her. I was off work. We got up in the morning, went to breakfast. I was like, oh, it's like 6 a.m. Went to breakfast, worked out. Lunchtime came, we went and got lunch. Dinner time, we went out to dinner, and I sat back and said, "What the fuck? I just went out to breakfast, lunch, and dinner."
Right.
You ain't fixed nothing. You ain't I mean, I just had to pay for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Tip for 2 people. I can do this.
You didn't
and
get
I remember
no
her
dessert?
saying, she was like, you gonna miss me when I'm gone. And I was like,
why?
What the fuck am I gonna miss?
What am I missing? I'm gonna miss my wallet being empty. That's what you're saying.
Oh man.
All right, guys. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
No, I got this one story, man. This is a bad sister, man. She was half Native American, half black. Named Pam. Her name was Natasha. She cooked okay, but she did something that completely turned me off. She said that she cooks the food, but it's self-serve. Now, my Haitian ass, like, what the fuck is this? It's like, what the hell is a self-serve? I'm so used to someone serving me.
The food was good, but because you had to serve yourself, you're like,
that I was done. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm
At
like,
least
I
she could
shit you
cook.
not. I shit you not. I remember that
Yeah.
night
We
perfectly.
had sisters that couldn't cook. He had a sister that could cook. He just had to serve himself. He had a problem with that.
No, because the way she said
That
it.
sounded like Eddie Murphy with the whole toe thing. If your feet
No.
ain't done, I can't deal with you.
No, I think at the time, the way she said it, it was just like, yo, she felt like serving me was beneath her. And I was like, you know what? I'm good. Because the thing is, I'm a very caring, giving person. So it's like, you give me, I'm going to give you more. So when I saw that, I was like, you know what? This shit ain't going to work. And I was right, because she ended up being crazy. So sometimes, man, listen, I learned to cut my losses fast. And I will never forget that. Yeah. So that's why I said 90% of the women that I dated in the past or in a relationship knew how to cook. There was a 10% that didn't, or they didn't care.
I don't know if men still do this.
Dan, why you got to go there, bro? And Dan said, were they 4s and 5s or were they 9s through 10s?
Hey, listen, let me tell you this, man. I got a nice portfolio. Look, I have a nice portfolio. This is before traveling. I have a nice portfolio.
We don't need all the receipts, Dan. It's all good.
It's all good, man.
Trying to break out damn receipts. The man's married now.
I got a question, guys, because this is how, back in my bachelor days, one of the things I used to do is, I used to invite chicks over to show that I could cook.
Oh, hell yeah. That was a deal right there.
I bring them over and, I got a little meal for them. I know they're gonna get that itis, because I'm gonna cook good. They're gonna have that itis. They're gonna get a little tired.
Call up on
they're gonna need a massage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a massage to get them comfortable. Because they done ate good. They feel good.
Right,
massaging them up.
So Fearless,
do guys do that now?
Fearless. What was your favorite dish? What was your go-to dish that that if you cook this, you're gonna get the ass?
Man, I got a lot of go-to, and it matters what they like. Exactly. In the wintertime, I got this chicken and dumplings that they love. I don't know why they love them. It's just raw.
It's a heavy meal.
It's that warming thing.
When I dealt with my snow bunnies, they like the salmon that I do, and I would put the salmon on a wood plank. The apple wood plank.
He sounds like Eddie Murphy right now.
With a little, here's the thing: what they like. You got to put some asparagus with some cream cheese.
I was gonna say, if you're gonna date a white chick, you got to have some asparagus, man. And that's when I know. The one thing is like, I know when a brother dates a white chick, like, listen, what do you serve her? If you don't serve asparagus, you ain't date a white chick, bro.
Exactly.
Asparagus, Brussels sprouts,
Brussels sprout, asparagus,
balsamic vinegar.
You got to do that. Yeah. So y'all know I had a few snow bunnies back in the day. I've had a few different ones with that. Now, when I go, my famous dish going to the cook and not the cookouts, the holidays was I do a sweet potato casserole. So they love the sweet potato casserole. Put them pecans in it, and they roll that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I had my chicken fettuccine. I had my chicken teriyaki. Again, guys, this is 2001 in Chicago, Humble Park. Got my first apartment and shit. I'm right down from downtown Chicago. So they used to come over to the crib. I used to make my chocolate martinis, my Cosmos, and all that stuff. I used to always make martinis, man. Serve up the dinner. Hey, by the time it's cold outside.
Yeah, get on this blanket. Let's cut on.
And again, guys,
get that fire.
Guys, keep in mind, Blockbuster was still open.
Yeah,
we used to go down to Blockbuster, go get a couple of tapes, a couple of DVDs.
That's what I was trying to
come back to the crib.
You done made a whole weekend out of one cook date. That's it,
bro, man. Next thing you know, it starts snowing in. You can stay over the night. You don't need to drive home in the snow. Ain't no need for that.
And the thing is, I know that people would say, man, you don't drink like a lot of the hard drinks.
Yep.
Well, the problem is, I made so many sweet drinks because a chick don't want to have a shot of whiskey.
Nah.
She want to have an apple martini.
I want that Hennessy.
Yeah, she want that apple martini. She want that drink that's gonna sneak up on her. You can give her a few. You can give her 4 or 5 of them, and she don't even know that she about to be drunk.
Oh, this is
so sweet. I used to make the mojitos, man. Make the mojito with the mints. Man, bro, look, I make my chocolate martini. Oh, you know what I used to do during the wintertime? I used to make my warm chocolate martinis.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, hey man, we sitting down watching some blockbuster movie.
Next thing you know, it's hitting. He's like,
all
oh
you
my
hear
God,
is
I feel real good. Yeah, I know you do.
Hey man.
Now I will say this: the last since I've been 16 days. So the last 2 weeks, I've probably cooked the most I have all year, and not because I had to. It's because the wife's mom is in town, and we trying to go toe to toe. You know, we in competition. So this morning they made their Avena, which is their oatmeal, oatmeal, and I had to make my oatmeal. So I'm like, hey, which one tastes the best? So we going toe to toe on the meals, because she trying to tell me, oh, this is how we do it where we at. And I'm like, nah, you sit back, relax. I got this. So I told you seen me when I was storing up my chili and my spaghetti. I'm like, yeah, I gotta, show them what's up. But the reason I say that is that's so uncommon, because when I'm cooking, that's uncommon to them. They're like, he can cook, he can do this. Yeah. Because they are so accustomed to, that's just how they do it as women. Yep. I haven't, and it's sad, I want to say sad, I don't even get a chance to finish if I remember this morning, I had to get up and just go use the restroom. I come back, my plate already gone. I'm looking at them, scrubbing it up. But that's how, when you get a good traditional type women, they are, man. They just taking care of.
Oh, you cooked, I clean. But I cook and clean at the same time, so it ain't nothing but
I didn't get a chance. I'm talking about my plate I'm eating off of, brother.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. They're like, well, I cook and clean. I cook and clean too, bro.
Yeah, you know what? I'm the same way. I'm the same way. It's like, for me, I'm so used to cooking and cleaning at the same time. Like if I'm cooking, so I'm cleaning while I'm cooking.
The dishes they're eating off of, and whatever I served you in is what's left.
But
I got a question for y'all. Do you think Travis Hunter's girlfriend know how to cook?
No.
I think she knows how to make some basic dishes. She is a Mexican at the end of the day. So
I don't think
she knows how to make some basic dishes.
Now,
does she prefer to cook? Does Travis make her cook is the question.
She has no reason to cook.
Exactly. If your man ain't making you cook, then of course you're not. Again, we are in an open panel. The panel is open.
I'm not saying, okay, all right.
Come on up, share your stories. QB Passport has a Mexican girlfriend. Does your girlfriend cook? QB Passport, does she cook for you when you guys go down? I saw you on the grill, man, in the grill one time when y'all were at some type of resort. Does she reciprocate? What's going on with y'all? Let me know.
My thing is this. I want to push back what you just said. He's not making her cook. Listen, fellas, you should never make anybody do anything for you. They should want to do it for you.
Correct.
That's a huge difference, man. So for me, if a woman wants to cook for you, she's going to cook for you. She's going to try different things, different experiments. And it's like, hey, he's probably going to like this, or he's going to like that. I prefer that than demanding, hey, you got to cook for me, or you got to do this. Like, no, if you got to start dropping ultimatums at someone, shit ain't going to last.
Well, no, I'm not going to keep her around if she doesn't fit in the mold of somebody that wants to reciprocate something. Like, it's a challenge. Like the girls I meet, man, it's a challenge. It's like, yo, I threw down in the kitchen. They're like, damn, I got to beat that shit. It becomes like fun in the kitchen because now we trying to top each other's dishes. It's a whole bunch of things going on in that kitchen, bro.
Let me ask y'all a question, and then I want to get these brothers on. Wait, before y'all keep talking, let me just look for it. I'm gonna look for something.
I mean, okay, here's the thing, guys. If you love someone and you love being around that person, you want to do things for them just to smile and make them smile.
Yep.
It could be whatever. It could be you buying little gifts, bringing flowers, or cooking their favorite dish. You're just gonna do things just to make them smile. When you meet someone that does have no interest to make you smile, that's a problem. Either be food or any type of gesture. So it's just like, hey, listen. Find a person that wants to fuck with you. Once you find that person that wants to be with you, you're golden. If you got to convince someone to be with you, that's a problem.
I agree.
Yep.
If you had to tell them,
we actually have a sound bite for that, and rest his soul. Kevin Samuel said it best. Is it? Oh, there it is.
One of the worst things we can do as men is to be with women who don't want us. I've been in that position too. I have simped. I have done stuff. I've been in the friend zone. I've done all that kind of stuff. And I will tell you, gentlemen, don't do it. Never do that. It's never a good idea. Stop trying to win women over. And see, that's the beautiful thing about becoming a high value man. You don't have to win women over. You deal with the women who show interest in you and want to get on your program and are proving their worth to you. See, you had to work to become a high value man. You don't have to work for a woman. A woman has to work for your last name. She has to work for your ring. She has to work for your commitment. This is the game, because we grew up in Disney and we were told that it was us that needed to do the other. That's why they hate these channels. They hate the channels where we start telling men, no, 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 no. If you have made yourself in the top 20%, top 10% of men, the rules are different for you. The rules are different for you. You're special. You deserve everything that the world has to offer and more, because you are a leader or a future leader of industry and the world. It is men like you that give the rest of the world meaning.
Bars all day long.
Mm-hmm. I don't want to make a comparison. So, so just bear with me. But every time I see, let me just see if I can just show. And I don't want to show. Maybe I can.
Ellis Durrell said Travis is probably eating at the team facility.
Oh,
they
yeah.
give them food and snacks all day long. That's a damn shame if he has to eat there.
Well, I mean, wait, hold up, man. I mean, he's staying at a Division I football facility, so he's eating some food. But as a woman, you want to cook for your man. You want to do certain things like, hey, you know what? He probably likes scrambled eggs before he goes to sleep. Are you going to get up and make those scrambled eggs? Those little things count. And I think sometimes we forget that it's not about going out to eat all the goddamn time. Sometimes just a little, you making him a damn peanut butter jelly sandwich, with the cutout crust. He may like that. Are you doing it?
I couldn't find the ones I'm looking for, so I'll just add, because I want to kind of be nice. So,
look, I think it's this. I think a lot of guys are meeting women, the type of women that don't want to cook. But I think there are a lot of women out here that do want to cook and who are cooking. If they're just not meeting the right people.
Or they meet, or they, or do you want to say, maybe not meeting the right women, they just attracting.
I mean, let's be honest here. All right, let's peel the onions here, man. You know what? Fuck it. I'm waking up a little bit. A lot of dudes want that Instagram type of woman, that bad chick that can't offer you nothing.
So let me when you say that, let me show you this.
Right.
When you see that chick, this is a Latina chick in Colombia. Tatted up. What do you think?
I don't know. I got some more pictures.
When I see a chick like this,
that's her.
Exactly. Tatted up. I see the same thing. I see the same type of chick that I would stay away from if I was in Colombia. When I see her, when I see all that tattoos and all that stuff, it just gives me a different impression of the girl. And maybe that's the style now. Maybe that's what it is. But when I see a girl that doesn't have a sleeve on her, she done got all these tats and all that, it gives me some different type of, it doesn't tell me wife. And maybe I'm old school and that's how it could be. But
I mean, okay, I can say this. I've spoken to girls at work, women at work, where they say that they want to cook for their husband. I'm like, well, in order for you to have a husband, you got to have a boyfriend. So you got to show your boyfriend that you're a wife material so he could actually propose to you. So if you're going to wait until you're married to cook for him, how the hell are you going to get a damn fiance if you don't show your wifely duties?
Because a lot of them
always get their
excuse.
They always get stuck on that.
You did a show. Do you think the dude who brought that 304 up here, you think she cooked a meal for him?
Nope.
Right. So he married a chick who probably never cooked for him. Never had to show him. And my whole thing is this. I'm always afraid. I would have been afraid to be with one of those women because the first thing I think of is, man, if you can't cook for yourself, how you going to cook for your kids?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them don't. They grew up on Eggos and Cheerios.
Pop-Tarts.
Yep.
All those things.
Pop-Tarts. Are people still eating that nowadays?
Oh, they still eating them.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think, a lot of guys just picking the wrong ones. There are a lot of women out there that do want to cook for their man because keep in mind, guys, there are a lot of women defending cooking with Kya.
I want to hold up. I know you say that, but we just got off of a long chat with the male feminist. He dated a girl for 10 months, spent $1,000 a month. He cooked his cooked his own turkey meal, man. His own Thanksgiving. He cooked it for himself.
What's his name?
Chris.
You don't know Chris? The Maroon Tiger? Yeah. Okay. Let's get it out there. The Africa Keep Passport Bro Free.
Yeah. He cooked his own Thanksgiving dinner. For
he was dating a married woman?
Yeah, but she was going, yes, but she was going through a divorce, and half the week she had a child, but half the week, or 1 week, the child was with her, 1 week the child was with the father.
Okay.
So that means she had 1 week alone. She never cooked for him. Never offered to cook for him. So, I mean, you're telling me that this doesn't happen.
11 months.
He chose the wrong one.
But these women ain't
on to the wrong one.
But
he holding on to her like tight fisted, like he got some, but he ain't never got a taste of nothing. Not even a kiss. He said the kiss was even awkward to even lean in and try to kiss her. He fucking fumbled the kiss.
He wanted something that he couldn't have. That's what it was. And it's just like, again, it boils down to who you select.
Brother, hold up, man. You saying that. But as I recall, there was a famous song in the hip hop community of which someone said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still got me this ring.
Who said that?
Cardi B. I don't cook, I don't clean. You ain't never, you never heard that?
Yeah.
I probably did. I didn't listen to the lyrics.
Oh, she dropping it like it's hot. That's what she's trying to say. She don't have to cook and clean when she's in that bedroom wearing him out.
Oh, this is the bad wet ass pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, something along those manners. I mean, look.
Oh my goodness.
Like my thing is this. I don't believe that 90% of women in this country don't know how to cook. I think it's just a small percentage that don't want to cook at all, and they get in all the spotlight. And the ones that do want to cook, they rather cook for their man or for their special someone.
No, here's the thing. All right, let me ask you a question.
You look like you're getting frustrated, Fearless, man.
I'm getting frustrated, brother, because this. When you say like this large percent, like when we say, oh man, you make. We praise a man. Praise would be the wrong word, but just let me have that word. We praise a man when he's making over 6 figures because we said he achieved. And we say, oh man, he's making 6 figures. He's done something. Why is it if all these women are cooking, when there's a video coming out with a woman making a plate, she's like, look, this is what I got for my man. We praise her because that should be the norm. If what you're saying is right, a woman who cooked that meal for her man shouldn't even be anything special. Because if you went back in the 1960s and she said, look what I got for my man on the plate, it'd be like, yeah, that's dinner.
Yeah, whatever.
So why is it that somebody who does it today, it's like special? And you'll see it on the TikToks, like the woman like, yeah, I'm cooking, I done cook this man this. That's a special woman. And the only way you can be special, meaning that it's not everyone is doing it.
Yeah, there's a funny skit where a brother's sitting down at the table. He about to break up with the girl. She puts a plate of food down for him to eat. He starts to eat off of it. He's like, "Oh, you made this chicken? Oh man, this fried chicken looks really good." He's like, "Oh, you made these greens? Wait a minute, you made these biscuits from scratch?
Hold up, maybe this is hold up.
You made this." And by the time he said, "Yo, baby," he started taking the shoes off. He said, "Well, I was thinking about leaving, but now I think I need to go over to my house and bring some things over because I ain't going nowhere." You cook like this every day?
Let's see. When you don't want a relationship, but she know how to cook. Let's see. I think this might be it.
Yeah, that's it.
Like I was saying, I think we should just stay friends, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not ready for a relationship. Like, I'm just not ready for all that right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Damn. You say you cooked them? You did it? Cornbread. Cornbread too? This ain't Jiffy. This from scratch?
This ain't no Jiffy. I'm just skipping ahead to where he at. Let's see. Let's skip ahead.
Oh shit! Go ahead and get your bridesmaid together and see where you want to have a wedding there, baby. I'm in. I'm all in.
That brother done went from breaking up.
I know you lying.
So just think about that. You saying a lot of women know how to do it. If a lot of women know how to do it, this wouldn't be funny.
Oh, hey. I can't let my personal experiences dictate what the world is currently experiencing. So, hey, it is what it is, man. But I think people forget how important it is to do the basic things, man. Sometimes know how to cook, know how to clean on both sides. I think if a man knows how to cook and clean as well, that could actually help the relationship in a lot of ways. But it's different, man. I can't like this this generation now, social media generation. I can't relate to them, man.
But do you think? All right, let's say it's social media. But would you like? Let's go back to Travis. Hey, I'm gonna get a wife. I'm gonna get that. Would he even expect his girl to know? I don't think so.
No, because he feels like he's gonna be a millionaire for the rest of his life.
Just hire a chef.
Yeah, hire a chef, but
nutritionist. If they ain't doing it for him on the protein, they'll have a nutritionist say what he needs to eat in order to maintain his weight. Whether he needs to gain 20 or 30 pounds for the season start, they'll put him on a program.
But even Oprah Winfrey cooks sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, she had that white man that was a chef. He threw down too. It was a white dude that was cooking for her.
But she know how to cook.
I don't know. For me, it's like
recipes.
I say this, and Phyllis, you could probably relate to this. Like watching your lady cook for you. Like, dude, I enjoy that. This is our time for us to talk sometimes. I'll get a bottle of wine. Like on the weekends, we get a bottle of wine and we try something different. Like this weekend is leading up to Christmas. So she's doing that Dominican Christmas Eve dinner. Yep. So it's like she's eager to cook all this big festive meal. I'm like, babe, there's only 4 of us here. But she's cooking like she's cooking for 20 people. And I'm like,
y'all need to get a food saver.
Hey, I bought one. I bought it. No, I got it already, brother. That already came in. I listened to you.
Food saver, man.
But the problem is for me is that I'm flying down to Miami for the next 14 days on Christmas Day. So it's like we're cooking all this meal and we flying out the next day.
Yeah, that's why I got to cook it a little bit early. Yeah, I got to get that on the 22nd.
Yeah, we're cooking on Sunday, so we can have the leftovers for the next 2 days. So Wednesday morning, we catch the flight, head down to Miami for 14 days.
Freeze it, throw it in the food saver bags, zip them, freeze them up, and then you can pull it down whenever you have a hankering.
She's not a big fan of leftover food, man. Like her thing is like.
Hey, Drew, we on an open panel, bro. Get up here, man. We need a fourth ear or something, man.
Anything beyond 1 day, he throws away.
And see, I like when when I'm making, a pasta or something like that. Mm-hmm. I like leftover food. And I'm just showing y'all this because this is how they do it. See that big old pot there? Yeah. That's sancocho. Yeah. We eating the sancocho right there.
That's my favorite dish, man.
Yeah. So we get it. We at the dinner table and the wife there, she clapping for me. She's like, yeah, we got that food for you. So I think a lot of times you are right when a woman knows how to cook, and let me take this, not just a woman, I think it should be a family event.
Yeah,
it is.
Like when I'm doing something, like we just did something, and what was I making for them? They hadn't had it, and I'm like, all right, you cut the onions, you get the green pepper. I'm taking care of this. I'm doing the meat, and we all in as
the
a
kitchen
family,
working together as a family. Man, that is the funnest time, man.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking forward to, man. I love cooking with my lady. You know, we're in the kitchen having fun, cooking, chopping up vegetables, doing what we need to do.
But they don't do that no more, man. Most of the kids is eating dinner in the car seat in the back, driving from one place to the other. There's no sitting down at the table communicating as a family anymore. None of those things are there. We lost those values. We've lost all of those things. And that's why we just go back to it. That's why they hate Kya. They hate her because she's a reflection. She's
of what
a reflection
they're not doing anymore.
Yes, of what you should be. And that's a hard pill to swallow. When somebody looks at, when you look at them, it's like, man, that's what things should be. It becomes a hate. It's not that. I'll say this. I don't think that the black women hate her. I think they start to feel bad for themselves. Like when they feel bad, like you see a woman that stays home with their kid and taking care of their kid, and you gonna do that. I don't think they really hate them people. I think it's a jealousy to say, wow, you can stay home with your kids and I can't.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way they know how to reflect on that is to say how bad those women are.
Yep. What's going on, Drew? Where you at this week?
He's on mute.
Drew,
you're on mute, bro. Maybe he ain't ready to talk yet. Go ahead. He might be doing something real quick.
But I think we've lost that. In today's age, we've made it easier for people to do stuff. And actually by doing stuff, we've made it worse. There used to be a time when washing clothes was like a whole day event. You had to wash them. You had to put them on a hanger outside. Cooking, you firing up the stove. There was no warming up. You had to turn the stove on. You had to do all of that. There was no microwaves, no fast food places. There used to be times when on Sunday, and Ronan, you may be old enough to remember this. There was times where places were closed on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Because everybody cooked. Let me put it this way. Go down to Louisiana and think if there's a restaurant going to be open on a Sunday. Everybody in Louisiana cooks. Restaurants don't open on Sundays in Louisiana because people cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what up, fellas?
On Sunday. What's going on, Drew?
What's up, Drew?
Shit, nothing. Just got back inside the house. Was watching that Notre Dame Indiana game. So,
who's up?
Oh, the game's over. Notre Dame won.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to get ready for OSU in Tennessee tomorrow.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh, they always get up for good games, and the sad games like Michigan, they fold.
I know, man. Ryan Day, man. If he don't watch it, he gonna be up out of there.
He gonna be gone, man. We don't play that, brother. We do not.
Yeah,
play.
I know.
You lose to Michigan, you got to go, man. And he's
we don't play that.
It don't, man. And it's been a series.
Guy. Are you a Michigan dude?
No, I'm not. But I'm just saying, I know how Ohio State roll, man. They don't
I'm Ohio State, baby.
Oh, okay. My boy is a Michigan guy. Jerry, the one that just was on the show the other week. Yeah, he's from Ypsilanti, so he right there.
Yeah, Ohio State. They got too many good players that come up there to be losing the way they losing.
I mean, especially when you ranked number 2 and you fold into a team that ain't ranked. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, Drew, our subject tonight, we got 2 subjects on the table. We got the Travis Hunter, and then we got the Kya. Cooking with Kya.
Okay.
So you can talk about either one you want, and what's your opinion on it?
Ronan, I saw you earlier today on Lead Attorney. So
yeah.
I think Lead Attorney, man, he hit it on the nail, or hit the nail on the head. I mean, being a 20-year divorce attorney, being that he said, I think that Travis should marry this girl, because they've been together for 5 years.
But see, that's I don't think that's true. They've been together for 2. They met in 2022. From what I've seen,
she's known him since high school.
But when was they together?
Well, according to them, they said 5 years. Every time you hear them talk, they said 5 years. So
She's 3 years older than him.
no, she's only 2. She's 21. He's 21. She's 23. She just turned 23. So he was like either a senior,
I
and
think he
she
met
was
her
a
senior in
sophomore.
high school.
Well, I think he met her earlier than that.
She was
But
probably a senior. He was a junior. He started hitting it good in high school for football. Then as he progressed, she kept on following him, even though she was already out of high school.
Maybe.
And then they made it official after 3 or 4 years and said,
Well, that's kind of weird. He was a senior in high school, and was she in college, or
Yeah,
what
she was
did
in college.
Do? Ooh, man, that
So that
makes
was
it
the
weird,
thing.
man.
No, I
Well, that
loaded
was
that
the thing
video
she
for
was
you.
saying about the type. Like,
That video
hey,
you sent me, I loaded it for you. So
Yeah, go ahead and play that video. That's hilarious, man.
But that don't make it weird for you because
Finish real quick.
how many times I was in college? I mean, I was in college, but I was in high school. I played ball in high school.
Yeah.
I was a big BMOC, big man on campus.
Okay.
No college chicks was giving me no time of day.
Exactly.
Even the seniors who left, so if I was so I would say, I remember I was a junior and I was dating a senior. And when I became a senior and she went to college, it was like, bruh, I'm in college now.
Hey, Fearless, but let me say this. When I was a freshman in college, I definitely went back and smashed a couple girls in high school.
Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because they were looking for it too. At that point, you the older guy coming back to the high school. The girls are going after you at this point.
Yeah.
But that's a dude, man. We going back because now we the big man on campus.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
but women, that's a weird thing. And that's not 1 year removed. That's 2 years removed.
But again, if he's an exceptional football player,
but he
already saw the writing on the wall with this kid.
But
man.
Ronan, check this out, man. Look, I went to Ohio State. So just imagine this. I want you to think about this. I don't care how big of a high school player I was. I wasn't on national television. I wasn't, I wasn't somebody who was even sitting, even if a sophomore, he's sitting the bench. So I don't understand how she could have access to those guys in college and she chooses the high school dude. That just don't seem right. There's something ain't right about that.
I hear you.
I don't know. Like I said, I think the relationship or the knowledge of the two of them started before she went out to college. Because I've heard like 18 and 15 that like statutory, they were like, oh, she was messing with a minor, like, well, that means she was still either a year removed from high school. He was either a junior, whatever the case may be. But
and you never know, they might be keeping it low key because of the fact that she could be considered somebody that was dealing with a minor.
Yeah,
but it don't matter now.
It
I guess
matter.
It doesn't
But
matter.
I mean,
now, but
I think lead attorney hit the nail on the head. Is like hearing the way he broke down like what Bow Wow's suggestion for him was. I was like, man, that's real. Like, you're gonna tell this man to break up with this girl, to go deal with 304s who are
that you don't know that you can trust.
Yeah,
that don't know you.
They
from
really
Adam.
gonna be
You don't
about
know
your
them.
money,
right?
Yeah.
That's why I said he knows her for such a period of time that at this point they have an established relationship and an understanding. Why would you go start all over again with somebody you don't know and is definitely out for your money? But I'm gonna hit this video that Kanal shared with us, and we can talk about it after.
Baby, dinner's ready. We got some chicken legs. Some corn. Some green beans.
Look at his face. He's looking at her like the back of her head. Like this. I would fuck you up.
I made this really cute orange to go with it. Does it look good? Yeah.
Food. The cat wants its food. That's why you hear the cat in the background. The cat wants goddamn food. That's cat
Man.
food right there. The cat is sitting
My
there like,
thing
why
is,
you
my
feeding
thing,
me
why
my
the
food?
hell you gave him all that food with a caffeine? Like that shit has over like 75 grams of caffeine in it. That damn Cialis, whatever that shit is. Cialis.
That looked like just straight mush. If somebody tried to feed me out of a
So
bag
so
like that,
guys, would you consider that cooking? Is that cooking right there?
Oh,
that is
hey,
not
that's
good.
cans, man. That's
That is not
warming
good.
up. That's what I told you. That's microwave cooking.
Yeah.
Did any of you guys watch the season 3 of Atlanta?
Who?
Atlanta.
If I
No.
did, I probably did, but can't remember.
Oh man, there's a part where this kid, he's a foster, well, he's not a foster child, but he becomes a foster child, and he goes over to this house, and the new foster family is two lesbians, and they're cooking fried chicken. But what they do is they put the chicken in flour, and then they put the chicken directly into a microwave and cook it.
Oh man.
And the kids are the kids that all of their foster kids are black, and they're white. And all the kids are looking at the chicken like,
We
what
ain't
is
touching
this?
that. Yeah, what is that?
That's actually based on a true story. Based on
That
the
is,
two
that is, that is.
based on the two lesbian couple out of Seattle where they drove their car off the cliff with all the black kids in it.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It's actually that in my opinion that was the best season of Atlanta. If you guys get a chance to watch that whole series,
That's
season 3
crazy.
was really good. But yeah, that is a true story. Yeah. But yeah, I just you know what I'm saying. I think if I had to tell Travis, I already know that he's getting good advice. I mean, every panel seems to say like, "Oh, he better get a pre." You know, like, y'all don't think this young man's getting the best advice? He's got his
Right.
coach who's been through 2 divorces. You
Exactly.
know, his coach got, and that's another thing too. Everybody's like,
Prime
"Oh, he's
had
so
his own
young."
prenup and won with Pilar. We played that earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's saying, "Oh, he's getting married so young." I went back and looked at some of the athletes. Deion Sanders married at 22, right after the draft. You know, and Deion was going from baseball to football
Yeah, he
back
had
in
a
the day.
two sports,
Yep.
pro athlete in two sports.
Kobe married at 23. You know, Steph Curry married at 23.
Tiger Woods.
Um, Michael Jordan, I think, married at 26. LeBron James married at 28. So these guys get married, you know, is nothing like having someone home to come home to. Like, you know, practice all day and all that. You know, you have a family to come home to.
I think I got married at 24.
Yeah.
My first
So
marriage.
I hate to hear
Damn,
people talk
brother.
about like, oh, you know, you're gonna miss out on all these buns out here. Man, that's a bunch of trouble that boy's about to miss out on.
Brother, I'm just looking people up who had prenups. You know who didn't have a prenup?
A lot of people didn't
I
have
think
prenups.
Tiger
I mean,
Woods
it's too
didn't have
many to
one,
talk
right?
about.
LeBron James ain't had
Yeah.
no prenup.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he trusts his wife. They ain't getting no divorce, man.
Yeah.
But LeBron James
That's
was
a
a
solid
phenom
man.
in high school, man.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but he's known her since high school. He's
Yep.
rock solid with that chick. That chick ain't going nowhere, bro.
But
I
They
don't
still,
love each other, and
I
she
don't think
very respectful of her man.
did
She don't
Tiger
do
Woods
nothing.
have one?
Matter of fact, you don't
let's
even
see.
know LeBron's wife's name. That's
Savannah,
how
but I just know
fucking.
that.
But I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you don't know
nobody
her name
wouldn't know
like
that.
that. Yeah,
And I think Tiger Woods didn't I don't know if he had one or not. And I think that Michael Jordan, first wife, got half of his too.
Yeah, she got half of
Yeah.
his. But
So yes, Tiger
Savannah,
Woods did have it.
Savannah.
And so this is how they get them, not get them, but you know they put that time in there. It says the original prenup stated
it's
that she
usually
would
about
get
10
20
years.
million
Yeah,
if the couple divorced after 10 years.
yeah. It's usually
Yeah.
about 10 years.
But she got 100 million.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: LeBron's wife is gorgeous, man.
That's what I'm saying.
She's
Yeah.
gorgeous, man.
Let me put it this
Look,
way. They made a big deal about it in the media. There was this white girl that was trying to flirt with him while he was on the escalator or something. That nigga literally turned around and looked up the escalator so he wouldn't even get confused as flirting with this chick while he was going down the escalator because he knows how the media is.
Yeah. I think that what they need is one, I think somebody mentioned it, one, they need to cut off all social media,
yeah,
and they need to have a one person that maybe answers their
Social
social
media
media.
manager. Yeah.
Yeah, social media manager. And then number two, they need to have a PR person. And they're young, man. They're like,
Yeah.
I just felt sorry for somebody saying
Yeah.
like the girl didn't stand up. I'm like,
Right.
man, she ain't
And
never been
what I said
nowhere.
earlier, Drew, that you missed is like she needs media training. That's what
Yeah,
she needs.
yeah, she
She
ain't
just
never
needs
been
to know
nowhere.
how to function in front of the media. She needs to be taught because I mean, obviously the players are coached. They're already taught that they are marketable brand. So they need to know how to talk to the media. They need to know how to handle themselves in front of the attention. And I said that a lot of these kids are used to playing in front of 70,000 plus people. The family members don't know how to function like that. The girlfriend don't. She's never been in the public eye in front of 100,000 plus people like that. You get what I'm saying? So they don't have
Yep.
that type of training that each person in the family has to go through some kind of media training to handle that because
Yeah,
it's a
you're
far
right.
different world.
Yeah, but I do agree with you with the one thing. There's if you can meet if you can meet somebody when you don't have money, you know them a little bit better than meeting them when you
Exactly.
do have money. You at least know that their intentions are a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I don't think that they would get. I don't think she would get a media person because I think she likes the limelight. You
I
know,
don't think she likes it right now.
Yeah.
but you
I think
think
this
about
is an
what was that?
encouragement for
What
her to
you were saying?
understand she
Stephen
needs
Curry,
training.
Stephen Curry. Remember
His wife.
when when his wife was like kind of jealous because he was getting all the attention.
Which is like I was telling you, just like Mahomes' wife did the same thing. Some of them just like after a while they get a little envious of their husband's fame and they want a little for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. These ladies, like I said, if you're a woman that I saw this on a YouTube clip where the lady said if your husband's paying for a house, everything, you ain't gotta go to work, you ain't gotta do nothing, you just gotta do this.
All you have to do is
Clean, cook,
effort,
clean,
and you know what I'm saying, rub his
shut
back
up.
and whatever. Shut up.
Yeah,
There's a whole song about that, but I'm not gonna play it.
yeah.
I cook, I clean, I fuck, I shut up.
Yeah,
So what you
that's all
think
you gotta
about
do.
what about is it Kaya? You know, she
Kaya,
tried to cook and clean and they told her to shut up.
man, Kaya's she's something else, man. I like that in a young girl. She cooking like
Mhm.
that.
That's what I'm saying. Even out of a box, it's okay
Yeah.
as long as she
Oh yeah.
cooking something. She trying to present a
Yes.
meal to you. She
Yeah,
putting
because you know what?
effort behind.
Those are the old things that I think these younger generation of women have not been told is like, to what the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
don't ever hear that saying too much anymore.
Yeah, you know
And
why? Because the ones that used to say it, they died. Big mama, aunties, they gone.
Yeah, and them girls
yeah.
wasn't in the kitchen, man. That's how when I grew up, like my sisters would just be in the kitchen.
I
They
mean,
would help. You know, it's
let
just
me
like
just
an
say,
assignment.
big
Like,
mama, auntie running around in a moo getting their bills paid. They don't even have to dress up.
but hey, we just as bad, man, because I seen kids in the neighborhood where like the chain on the bike come off and they lost. They have just like
Wow.
they don't know how to put it back on. Nothing. We
Mhm.
used to, man. We look. I guess because of maybe income or something. Shoot, you get a flat tire. We used to have a
Pull the
patch
inner
kit.
tube out. You
Yeah,
had to
Yep.
patch
patch kit.
the inner tube,
Yep.
threw it back in, pumped that motherfucker back up, and got back on the road.
Yeah.
Exactly. Man, you can't tell a kid to do that. You try to. I mean, you even had to find the hole. You pump it up. You get some
Mhm.
water, and you put the tube through because you're
And you
looking for
had
the
some
leak.
raggedy ass tubes too. I mean,
Yep.
tools. You running
Yep.
through daddy's toolbox trying to find the right tools to get the shit out, and you doing some raggedy ass shit with a pair of pliers and a lug wrench or something.
Kids today don't even know what pliers are, man. You say, look,
Mhm.
give me some pliers or some vice grips. Or, they have no
That's
idea.
true.
An
I
Allen
mean,
wrench.
but you know what? The a lot of this stuff, like I said, is as things develop and change. I'll give you a perfect example, man. So, um, one of on the base, we have a commander. Well, my commander actually, he's trying to, I guess, get the younger generation up to speed with kind of things of emergency type situations. And a lot of these kids that I kind of work around, they never experienced a threat con delta. Now, threat con delta is the highest level of, like, I mean, it's total lockdown base. and you've only seen it in the 20 years is during 9/11. And it's trying to explain to those kids like, hey, this is what happened during that time. And they're like, wow, how did you guys get it? I mean, like, we had to just make it work. There was no cell phones. The cell phone signal, everything was down. Is trying to bring this younger generation up to something that they've never seen before or experienced before.
Analog life.
Yeah, we were in analog life, exactly. They're in the digital life. But yeah, I think it's situations
I
like
try to
that where
tell
kids
people,
don't
man, I
change.
grew up with a damn radio in my room. It wasn't no TVs, no internet, none of that. I was at the age where there wasn't none of that shit. You had a radio. Music was your friend, and we listened to all genres of music. It wasn't just R&B, soul. Rap was just still coming around. So I was listening to Molly Hatchet, Led Zeppelin. I listened to everything all white boys listen to, country, all that.
But see, like I said, that's generational. You grew up with a radio, so yeah, I know I had a little black and white TV with probably 3 or 4 channels on it, and I
Right.
had to use some aluminum foil,
The
to get some good
antenna.
signal going on.
So is it just a generational thing? Are we putting too much pressure on this new generation that they just don't know it?
I think,
But the only thing I'm scared of, Kanal saying he got his women who cook and can do all that. But where was those women during COVID when there wasn't nothing in there? Because I seen a whole bunch of people.
They were sitting there praying they had a man. Didn't want to get up to do shit. They were like, I wish I had a man. I can't even reach this, and I can't do this, and I don't know how to do that. And
I don't know. A lot of them was shacked up, getting piped down during COVID.
a lot of babies born during the damn COVID.
But I'm gonna tell you where I knew that people didn't know what they was doing. When we in Texas. So remember we had that snowstorm and stuff just shut down.
Man, yeah, we had the raggediest power company in the world down here in Texas.
But I'm saying there's people who just couldn't even cook, man. It was like they was lost. If the fast food restaurants
country
went
folks
open,
down there, come down here, come on. They don't know how to cook on a campfire?
No.
Really?
No.
Man, I went out on the grill, grabbed some wood or some charcoal, and I cooked all my shit.
But that's because we know how to do it. I put things on the smoker and let it roll, but I don't know how to do that.
But that goes back to, I think, one thing you mentioned one time, Fearless, is like, hunting and fishing. It's like, I was talking to a friend of mine's wife one time, and I was like, I go fishing. And I said, when's the last time you cook what you kill? She said, I ain't never done that. And I said, well, that's just something,
That's what we were talking about, a rite of passage. Men knowing how to do those things. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be able to skin or bone or fillet a fish or something like that. Clean a fish.
So we used to have. See, this is before they don't know how to do it, man. I grew up with my grandparents. They came before a time that there was like electricity and things. So they had a smokehouse,
wood burning fireplace.
Smokehouse, man. It was like a shed.
I know what that is.
They would cure the meat. They would hang the meat up, and it would like
beef jerky, all that. Yeah.
Yep, and it would it'd be winter and all that, and it wouldn't go bad.
Yeah,
because
they
knew how to cure
the meat and threw it in stews and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I remember.
Was that
back in the day,
what do they call that?
Listen, my mom can still. She used
canning. That's what I was thinking about.
Can the vegetables and all that. She has a root cellar still to this day because she has a garden out back. She has a lot of tomatoes and stuff. She's famous for her chow and different things like that.
I'll tell you this:
from scratch.
I had to pluck the chickens.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you gonna tell me? I tell you what, man. If you wasn't in Haiti and you met a girl now. How many of your girls that 90%? How many of them can pluck that chicken?
Maybe two. Damn one of them.
Maybe two.
I know chicks. I know chicks that
ain't no way they tapping no heads, snapping
they
no
can't.
necks.
No. The one from Mississippi. She's from Cleveland, Mississippi.
Yeah, she
could do it. Trust me.
But I know chicks that can't picture the chicken from. You know how you go to the store and it's all packaged. They can't imagine how the chicken look as a chicken,
right?
To how it look in the package. Like that. They're two different animals. It ain't even the same animal. Like if they don't have it packaged and breast and all that, they couldn't do it.
Even just to grab it, to snap its neck, or even to chop its head off real quick, they would lose their minds over that shit.
And Haiti, bro, I remember picking the goat that I wanted to eat. The goat is alive. Yeah. I'll pick it. They'll poke the neck, let the blood bleed out. Next thing you know, they chop it up, clean it up. Yeah. Next thing you know, I come back an hour later, here's your meat in a bag. It's just like,
I got a question. Your friend is in the chat. Now your friend has kept saying that black men don't like black women. I mean, that was the whole thing. Passport bros don't like black women. We are black women haters. But all the black men like Kya. It seems that the black women are black women haters. They can't get along. So it seems that your whole theory went out the window because it's black women that hate her. Black women hate a successful black woman that has a good channel, that is cooking and having food. Her downfall was black women, not black men. Black men had nothing to do with it. Black men like her, and they say we want a traditional woman that knows how to cook, knows how to do that, is more submissive, and we loved it.
Let me.
So my thing is, how can we be black women haters?
Let a black woman say it for you. Hold on.
Go for it.
God will definitely make your enemies your footstool. Congratulations, Cooking with Kya, on your new show on VH1. Congratulations, sis. Too proud of you. This just goes to show you, your haters have purpose. I remember them saying, if you don't have a few haters, you ain't doing something right. So her haters who got on this app and whined and cried and complained so much till the young lady got banned for simply cooking online. I mean, cooking on social media. Because we have a problem with letting our low self-esteem make us lash out at others. The young lady was doing what she do. Simple as that. But because of the way she looked, because of the way her body was shaped, and because of the attention she was getting from men, we had to get out here, black women, and show our ass until you thought you had did something by getting that young lady banned. Oh, I bet y'all celebrated y'all ass off, didn't it? Little did you know God was only using y'all to elevate her. Your haters will elevate you to heights of success you never thought possible. That young lady probably got on TikTok doing that just to see what happened. She probably was just, oh, well, let's see. Just threw it out there. Now, look, that has turned, it started out with her receiving a lot of hate. And I'm so glad she did not give up. But through that hatred, God showed up and he showed out. So y'all.
That's all that needs to be said. You ain't got to say nothing else. Let's let her
I didn't know
speak.
she's on VH1.
Yeah,
congratulations.
She got a TV show, man.
Wow, that's
from all that hate. Look what happens.
And then, was she on TikTok?
She was on TikTok.
They hated on her so much they got her banned. They went back in her past. And when I say they, I'm not talking about the males. We had nothing to do with it. We was the ones supporting it.
Yeah.
The person in the chat saying in misogyny is the hatred of women. Black men weren't the hating of women. See, this is what happens when you peel back the onion. When people have a theory and their theory never works out. When it lets you know that black women become the problem. It wasn't black men
so much.
Yeah, black men said what they wanted. Black men have said, whether it be a brother who travels overseas, we said, look, we just want a woman who's still feminine, who still has, some traditional values. That's what we like. We don't care if she's in Columbia or Cleveland, Mississippi. That's what we want. That's all we want. And if we get that, we would be happy. Never the hatred of black women. We just hated the Western culture that told women those things are pastime. That's something that they do in the 1950s.
You don't need no man.
Yep. And so when men seen a young woman in her early 20s, doing what they couldn't do, when they say I know the guy said, oh man, that's older guys were doing it. Those older guys was jealous because those older guys were looking at their wife saying, hey, this 22-year-old woman doing this. What the hell you doing?
Yeah.
Why am I eating Cheerios and this woman cooking a 4-course meal?
Yeah,
That's what happened.
I was looking at a video today of this young white guy from Pennsylvania who married this Filipina, brought her back, and he was saying how like they were saying that he brought her back a slave, and he married the girl, and the girl, she was saying how like she never had a washer and dryer before, and she never had this and that, and she was so happy, and she was cooking meals, and she was like, I don't know what the problem is. This is what I normally do anyway at home. So I cook, I wash, I do domestic stuff.
That's how it is, man. But what happened was the jealousy, and here's the thing: the jealousy didn't come from black men. The support came from black men. The jealousy came from black women.
Isn't it funny how come everything when it goes wrong, Kamala Harris, they blamed us for that when it wasn't our fault? Kya, black men didn't hate on her; it was black women. It's starting to come to a pattern that black women hate on themselves so much, and they hate themselves for whatever reason, and they like to project that hatred towards everybody but themselves.
Not all. Let's make sure we make that known.
I'm not saying all. But
no, you did say black women.
Black
though.
Women.
Thank you, Drew G. Thank you, Drew. Thank you.
Listen, black women do hate black women. We just proved it. Kya is an example of that.
That's just
black
one
women hate
poor
themselves
sample.
so much. Let me put it this way. I'm gonna go on into it. Black women hate themselves so much they put on fake hair, fake nails, fake lashes, and they project themselves to be something that they're not. If you didn't hate yourself so much, wear your natural hair, take them goddamn eyelashes off, and be yourself.
But Ronan, white women wear their stuff too.
Yeah.
No. Hold up. White women accentuate their own hair. We change our hair into a texture that is not even our hair. That's different.
I mean,
come on now, don't try that. They change their hair into something that is not.
Yeah, I love black women, but no, they got some problems. And we just had a black woman on last night that admitted it. And she's a therapist. So I'm not going to let y'all turn around and say, well, you just hating. No, a black woman on our show last night admitted that black women do not hold themselves accountable.
Right.
Exactly. They don't do it. They can't. It's impossible.
Well, do we hold other black men accountable?
Yes, we do.
We challenge each other all the time, brother. You know that.
You just did a show holding a guy accountable. What you talking about?
I'm just asking the question, man. God damn.
No, it got asked last night because she tried to flip it on us last night and say, hey, do y'all hold each other? Absolutely.
I'm just asking the goddamn question, man. Shit, man. I'm just like, it's like, man.
Absolutely, man. That's all I'm saying is y'all do some self-accountability. Hold yourselves accountable. Challenge each other like black men challenge each other.
Look, I just feel that every person should know how to cook and should want to cook as a life essential skill. You should know these things. And I mean, even for health reasons, man, it's like, bro, when you not eating out, cooking your food, meal prepping, there's a lot of benefits towards that shit.
Oh yeah, you know what's in your food. You know exactly, with all the diseases and things, people not washing their hand, you know what's in it. But I got a question for you, man. I do have a question because you were saying that, about the black women. I want to ask you, is this a black woman who likes herself? Well, I want this. Let me share. All right.
Man, y'all beautiful women gotta chill with this wig shit, man. Cause she went from looking like little Beyonce to Kevin Durant if he don't brush his hair in a week.
Does that look like a woman who likes
Hey,
herself?
You know what? Can you put that picture back up?
Yep.
This is for my old head. Do you guys remember the old TV show V back in the 80s?
Yes.
Where they used to rip their faces off and they were
that shit reminds me so much of that shit. I'm like,
Man,
like,
y'all
see,
beautiful
right there,
women.
pause it.
right there.
It's wig
Oh,
shit.
shoot, hold up, let me go back.
Go back. More.
Right there.
Right there.
Dude. Be all day long.
This reminds me of V.
Ain't that when you had to wear the special glasses?
Yeah.
No.
They're here. They're here. But this was a series.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a whole series of the aliens.
There were snakes.
And they were supposed to be here in peace. But there was the ultimate to take over the planet, and they were lizard people. But they wore masks.
Yeah, you can actually catch that on Tubi.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, there's some feedback.
Yes, I told you it's fearless.
Oh no!
Every time you run a video, bro, it's worse. If we all mute right now,
let's see, mute and see if it's me. Is it me?
Yeah.
Me? Am I giving the feedback?
Yes.
Oh well, I don't know, brother. Maybe if I'm sharing, let's see. Any feedback now that I'm not sharing?
No, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, then it must be the sharing part.
It's just the echo. Yeah, it's when you share a video.
That show used to creep me out, man.
I love that show, man. That was a great show. It was a great series.
But that's not a sign of someone who loves themselves, man. To me,
that's why I said they hate themselves sometimes, and I don't understand what the self-hate is about. Black women are beautiful. I just don't get why they don't know that for themselves, and they feel like the beauty standard has to be the fake hair, the lashes, and then they claim black men want the BBLs when we don't.
And I'm gonna show this because this lets me know when somebody say that I would hate black women. Let me show you something. This is how I know that Fearless love them black women, because this one she could get it. She could get it. She could get it.
Oh Lord, who's
there's gonna be a little echo, so I'm gonna mute my mic.
I'm gonna mute my.
Let's check out this black woman.
I think it was 98,000 crystals, and we did 5 fittings, and then I kept telling them it needs to be tighter, it needs to have more crystals, more crystals, more crystals.
Back. All day. I love a dark-skinned woman. I love dark-skinned women, bro. You
can't say the black men don't like black women, because that black woman is fine.
I love dark-skinned women, man. It's the sheen of their skin. I'm an artist, so color variations to me is sexy. So,
hey, I got a question though. I don't think anybody. Well, maybe people have brought this up, and maybe it's just so norm now. I really haven't heard black women or black men or something really talking about Travis Hunter having a Latina woman. Nobody said, oh, he's not dating. He's dating outside of his race.
Well, according to lead attorney today, is that her mother is black.
Yeah, she's mixed. She's half Hispanic, half black. Something like that.
What's the daddy?
It's Mexican.
That makes her 3/4 Mexican.
Because they showed I think her mother was posted on a Facebook post or something like that, and he said the mother was dark as him.
Oh damn! Is she half Mexican?
Yeah.
Okay. But you couldn't tell that from the daughter. But I mean, even if we just go with that, because people don't care about that. It's gonna be like, did she grow up eating beans or something? So. My thing still goes back to, I haven't heard any feedback. I know guys just say, well, she's cute.
The one drop rule, they can't say it when she's got African heritage.
I mean,
Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar would.
But to be honest, I think most people. Well, I think most people don't have an issue when they see a black and a Latino together.
Oh, yes, they did. Look at Kobe Bryant. They pissed off about that.
No, but they weren't pissed off at Kobe because he was with a Latina. They were pissed off at Kobe because he's getting married young. They thought, he's too young to
No,
get married.
they were pissed off that Kobe's wealth, and Dr. Umar brings it up.
Oh,
His wealth was
after his
left to the
death.
Mexican family, not to black community.
Well,
They were mad about that from the jump.
So you got to think about it like this, and you got to we got to go back and remember the whole situation was that Kobe's parents sold something of his, right? I think they sold a ring and they sold something that pissed Kobe off, and Vanessa too. So I think they were asking Kobe for money or something like that. We'd have to go back and look at the history of what actually happened. But Vanessa, I think once Kobe cut him off, she just kept it the same way. Like, hey, listen, y'all
I mean, I
don't
don't
ask
have a
me for
problem with
nothing.
the situation. It's the community that has a problem. A black woman had their first opportunity was Brandy. Brandy fucked
Oh
that
yeah, he did date Brandy. That is right.
Yeah, Brandy
Took her to
fucked
the
that
prom.
up. So it wasn't like he didn't first desire a black woman and then went to a Hispanic woman first. I told you, the first option for most black men is a black woman first.
Y'all see the episode of Pop the Balloon where all the black women popped and the white woman didn't? He's like, damn, the snow bunny, the only one there.
Hey, Fearless.
The brother, all of them popped. All the brothers popped on her.
Hey, I think Canal's over there falling asleep. What's up, Brian?
No, I'm not falling asleep. Hey, Fearless. Do you get do you get any pushback when you go out with your wife? Her being Latina?
I don't. Well, let's see. I've never got pushback. I think she has gotten pushback though. I think when people never knew who I was. Well, man, she get it from both sides. So when the Latinos never knew I was black, they assumed that when she says I have a husband, he's in IT, they assume straight up I'm white. Just without her saying that, just I'm white. And so it was always, she says she even had people in the office was saying, man, I really thought your husband was white. Like you dated to a black man? Shock. I think even black women, she gets it from because they like, you got a little too much flavor in you. How you talking? Because we may have some conversations.
Yeah.
And she'll bring something to work, which may be a little bit of soul food. And they like, and they get a little animosity on it. So she gets it more than me. I think as guys, we don't get it if there's the woman's cute. It don't matter if she a white girl with a big booty or she's that. Guys just be like, she look good.
Yeah.
From the women, maybe from some black women, like, you guys like that Latina. But I think black women even not as much, I really got no pushback.
Desmond has this new information. He said there's a rap video that surfaced with Travis Hunter's girlfriend in it from Naughty Slim Late Night. And basically the video came out 3 years ago, but Travis Hunter said he'd been together with her for 5. But here's the thing.
Who's not reading that, man?
Wait, let me finish. So if you're a performer or if you're a dancer or whatever, you're going to have shows and things that you're going to go do. He already admitted that he's driven her to several different events and sat outside. Who's to say that he didn't know about this video? She went and shot it. There's a whole bunch of people around at the video anyway. And then the video shoot is over and she goes home. Okay, so she was in a video. That doesn't prove that she did anything wrong. It just proves that she was in a video.
Correct.
And to me, I'm like, what does it freaking matter?
Yeah.
It don't matter. No, he's with her. She's with him. One thing didn't make sense to me in the first place. So I kind of figured that, I was like, I was talking to one of my boys today from Atlanta or 2 days ago, and he said that she comes from money because people seem to forget that she bought him a truck. Like
was that his truck from his money and she used it, or is it?
I think she bought a truck from her money. She bought him. I think if you look it up, Travis Hunter's girlfriend buys him a truck. I think she bought him some Dodge STX or Dodge something.
Yeah, I
He
get
bought him a
it,
truck.
Desmond. Desmond, I get it. But rap songs, man, you had Tupac that was sitting there teasing motherfucking Biggie that he had slept with his wife. That just because the lyric says something, don't necessarily make it true. Brothers go at each other all the time in rap videos. You know what I'm
True.
saying? And they're using all kind of crazy lyrics that don't make
And
it true.
and
Now,
I'm gonna
if
tell
you
you
got
too.
some kind of backdoor video where she's getting pipe laid on her, that's a whole nother thing.
Well, there's the thing I was about to
I
mention
know she
too,
was on
because
OnlyFans. Somebody said something about an OnlyFans show too.
well, people said, don't be surprised if you see some AI type stuff come out with her.
Yeah, I'm sure that's coming too.
Yep. So I feel that like they just need to get, like you said, Rona, media trained, or get a person that's gonna be their spokesperson up into the times for him to go to the
Play
lead.
Dog said, "Oh, Pac smashed that." It wasn't no lie.
Now, I'm gonna ask Kennard the same question he asked me. Does your wife get pushback?
We do get a lot of stares right now. Because I'm darker than you, so when we go out, we do get people that look, especially when she's speaking Spanish, and they see me, then they see our kids, and they're just like, okay. Then they look at me and they think, am I Spanish? So it's like, and sometimes when people talk Spanish around me, I turn around and look at them, and it's like, okay, does he understand what I'm saying? So it's just weird. But I do get like even sometimes like the sisters who look at me, they see her, it's like, okay. So they don't know, because for her it's like, okay, she doesn't look Mexican, so they don't know what she is.
I want to wait until your girl gets out into the community, and some workplace, some office, wherever she's at, and I want to hear you come back when she says, "Oh yeah, I cook for my man."
Yeah,
and she says that to an office of maybe black women.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know what they're going to say to her, because my wife has had to deal with that. Like, you cook? What do you mean you cook for? What do you like? Y'all cook? Like it's a thing. Like, yeah. What do you mean you got to get home to clean? It's a strange thing. Like they don't see it. So I want to know what the pushback is.
Yeah.
When they say that.
Oh, they're gonna try to stop her and convert her for real. Oh, you shouldn't have to do that. He should be doing that. You're at work.
But one thing for sure, we do get a lot of looks though. We do get that.
And I don't understand that. Like, who doesn't want a clean house?
Yeah.
Or a good meal.
But I know some women who look. I've been places where I'm like, I can't. I've been over women's houses where I'm like, this will probably be the last time I'm over there, and I can't deal with them because nobody taught them how to clean. It's like somebody, I don't know if this is a woman thing that don't know how to do it, where they wash their panties and they just make them into baseballs, just throw them into some drawers.
What?
And they not folded. It's just like drawers of some panties that they have this just there. Drawers, things are pulled out. And you go to the bathroom and they got every kind of, they got all the not the makeup stuff, whatever beauty stuff, but there's no organization. It's just things everywhere. Then you go to the kitchen and you can't find a pot or pan. They got salt and pepper.
Hell no. Only thing you need to do is turn out the lights and see little soldiers running around. When you turn the lights back on, I'm fucking done. I'm out of there.
But there's women who don't know how to clean,
crazy.
man. They don't know how to wash.
Not just women, dudes too, man. Let's not forget the men.
My shit is folded, uniformed, everything. I don't mess around with that shit, bro.
But I'm gonna push back on you on that. You know why? Here's how I'm gonna push back. I think men know better how to cook and how to clean than women. Here go the reason why. I've met some young dudes, and I've met young dudes who didn't really have a lot of money. And you know what those young dudes who didn't have a lot of money had to do? They had to cook. They had to learn how to make it because they didn't have enough money. I've met girls at that same age that didn't know how to cook. And you know what they did?
Ordered out.
They called up a dude to take them out. That's what they did. They found a dude who would supplement their dinners or whatever it is and take them out. So guys were forced to learn how. The women never, unless they was ugly, if they was just average, they had 5 and above, they didn't have to learn how to do it.
Right. I don't know who told the story. The brother was like in college and he was struggling to make it. And we don't have this mindset, but women do. He went to his friend's house or whatever in a dorm, and they were having lobster and steak, and then he's like, "What the fuck with all this food? Aren't you struggling like me?" She goes, "No, we just go to welfare and get the food stamps." He's like, "What? You go? Well, you don't make a lot of money. Why don't you go and get?" Men don't automatically think to go and take advantage of a system.
Correct.
Well, women will run and take advantage of everything.
Yeah. So I think we're forced to do it, man. You know, we just in a position where we have no other choice, economically or however it is. You know, we're it's just like the bicycle thing. You either going to learn how to patch that tire or you're not going to have a bike. And so we learn it. Where some women never have to learn it because somebody is doing that. Yeah, all chefs are men. That's right. And the only chef my ex-girl knew was Chef Boy RD. That was the only one. She knew Chef Boy RD, ravioli, man. I had never... Look, bro, I had never had ravioli in the can. I didn't know what the hell this chick was doing, man. I don't even think it's called. Is it called ravioli? Yeah, that's.
I mean, there's different ones: spaghettios, ravioli. You know, they had different
Oodles
ones.
and noodles.
Well, he's talking about Chef Boyardee in the can from back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Gracious, man. Yeah, because
some hamburger.
And the reason you know that most men were chefs is because you had to kill the meat. And if you out somewhere, you know, back in the day, you kill it. You might be a day's journey from home.
Yeah, you had to wrap it, cure it, so it wouldn't go bad on the travel.
And you had to eat something while you was out there. So you had to learn how to do it.
Usually the liver and some other things are the first thing you want to eat.
Oh yeah.
Straight out to kill.
Because it has that iron and everything you need. Mm-hmm. That's why even people today eat them liver and onions.
They don't understand that, man. Come on, they don't know nothing about no liver and onions.
No.
I dare say if we took a poll right now, how many people eat liver and onions? They don't know nothing about that shit.
Nothing. But that's the sad thing, you know, that guys' hardship is what makes them able to be that way. And that, like you were talking about, Kanal said, you know, his girl probably doesn't cook. She never had a hardship. If she, you know, went to college and in the dormitory, they're doing something. And then you go to some guy who has some money and y'all, you know, that's the way y'all eating all the time. You never had to learn to do it.
Right.
Never had to.
How old is this cooking with Kyra chick?
23.
23.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Kanal says he know 90%. Kanal says 90% of the women who in that age they know how to cook, or at least 90%, 95%. I think he might have been 100% of the girls he dated were cooks.
I said 90%, man.
Just one wasn't. Just one of the girls he dated.
Two.
Drew, what's your experience, man?
My experience with women who cook?
Yeah.
Oh, I've had excellent experience, bro.
Thank you.
I've never had a woman that could not cook.
Thank you. See, it's y'all. Y'all picking the bad women.
Where you living at?
You ain't country. Don't be using y'all like that.
Where you living at? You living down south?
What's that? I grew up in the South, yeah.
That's one reason. That's one reason. We're at in the South. What state?
South Kakalaki.
All right. See, they know that over there. They know how to
cook out there. That's country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, country.
I think my pops was he was his people around where Kamal grew up at Opelika, that area down there.
Opelika. Okay, that's the hood, boy. They counted 305.
Yeah, I know, brother. I've been down there. I don't hang out down there anymore.
Damn.
Play Dog wants to know what's offensive about Uncle Ben. I'm gonna tell you what's offensive about Uncle Ben. What is what I heard. That what they would do is for black people, instead of really calling them their name, you know, it would be boy and uncle, even when they weren't related to you. It was a way to make it derogatory, like your aunt, when they really wasn't your aunt and you didn't give them any type of recognition. I have no problem with Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima, but I think that's where it derived from.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing if people hurt feelings. Like the Redskins are getting their name back, I guess, instead of the Washington. I can't even remember.
Commanders or something.
Commanders, which I hate that name, and I was a Redskins fan, so I really hated that they had to change their name. But the Kansas City Chiefs got to keep their name.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which I was happy about. So I have both Redskins and the Chiefs as my teams because I grew up in Baltimore, and when the Colts left Baltimore, I took the Redskins as my team. Then when I moved to Kansas, I took the Chiefs as my secondary team. But yeah, I mean, some of these words are offensive in one way, but I think at some points, depending on what type of name and who it's branded to, it could be an honor thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a whole professional football team would be more honorable than offensive by the usage of the word.
Correct.
So I think sometimes you have to kind of pay attention to how it's the context more so than just the word.
So yeah, I think that's it. You know, times change. People, you know, they don't want to hold on to it. I mean, you know, you thinking about words we used to say. I mean, you could call somebody the R word. Oh, am I allowed to say it? I guess I can say it, right? And the R word.
What is the R? No, I don't want to know.
Spectrum now.
Oh yeah. They're on the spectrum. Yeah.
And I got to say R word, which is, you know, crazy because it's actually a medical term.
Yeah, but it's also offensive. So
yeah.
But how can a medical term be offensive?
But you know what? I just say special.
Special needs.
No, just special. If I call you special, it's not in a positive manner. And again, guys, I have a, you know, my son is autistic. I have one
too.
So it's like I understand and I understand this community, but if I'm calling you're a well-functioning adult and I call you special, that means it's not meant to be a positive thing.
Oh, I know people that use, you some kind of special person. And it was very derogatory the way they say it. Yes.
I just, you know, it's just we get to the words and we say, man, we take a word that really is just a medical term and we say, nah, you can't use it for this.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, sensitivities go and they vary and based on the person and I don't know. I won't even say guilt. Like I said, my son developed autism because he had the umbilical cord wrapped around his throat and they didn't have the baby monitor on him. So every time they told my wife to push, he was strangling himself.
Yeah, wow.
You know, so things happen, but the child does not. It's not that child's fault. And then it's just how the court of public opinion take it from there and starts to judge the child, unfortunately. You know,
I agree with that. I mean, I don't think it should be used to talk bad about somebody in any way.
Right. And that's why I say by context.
Mm-hmm.
You're using it in a medical facility and you're using it in an address talking to medical people, that word could be used without being offensive. You're using it in a context of you're standing right next to somebody that might be afflicted or have that issue, then the context is insulting.
But wait a minute.
But everything you can say.
Where was Fearless? Where were you going with this? Because you were about to say something about somebody.
No, just we were talking about the Redskins, and we were saying how you can't use any
words can be used in context or out of context where it's offensive.
Certain words you can't use anymore.
Yeah, you can't use the R word. You can't use, like, I didn't know. I don't know if it's midget. You can't say midget. You gotta say little people or a dwarf or I don't even know what it changes so
it's
much.
It's easier because there's so many different variations of small people that instead of calling, because there are variations, dwarfism, this thing and the other thing, and some look like mini humans where some of them have shorter legs and some of them have longer arms, and there's all these different variations of them that instead of saying that, they just say
to me that's like saying I'm she, they, he.
No.
So if I call somebody a midget, that's offensive.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of different midgets. But if I call somebody a him, her, it's the same thing. That becomes offensive. When does the offense stop? You understand what I'm saying?
People are very sensitive nowadays, brother. I can't tell you why. It just is what it is. But yeah, there are certain words that are considered based on the context offensive.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to be peaceful nowadays. They don't want to be offensive.
I'm not handicapped. I'm handy-capable.
Right. Exactly.
See, look, I grew up in the day when I watched In Living Color and it was Handyman. Handyman. You know, it's just what it is. And I think what happens is, I think it was easier back then because we looked at that person and
we shrugged it off and we laughed about it and didn't take it to offense. Now
correct.
People take things too personal. I get where you're going with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, people get more sensitive nowadays than ever before. And it's because, like I said, words mean so many different things.
It's funny you brought up the Waynes, man, because I just watched Blank Man the other day.
Yes, you got
laughing.
When he used to get excited around a girl, he go, I'm like, dude, come on, bro, what you doing?
I challenge any of those people who are offensive to go watch about 3 different shows: Sanford and Son, All in the Family, The Jeffersons.
Yeah, that's when people had tough skin. Like I said, I grew up, man, I was in sales with Russians and Italians. If you don't have tough skin around them motherfuckers, man, they will shark you to death with insults.
That is just crazy, man. I agree with you. A little bit play dog, where you say Kya has a bright future and it can lead to a lot of stuff getting her show. But I still think her biggest enemy will be the black women, because instead of supporting her and saying, oh man, you know, she's doing good, I think they will find a way to criticize, saying maybe her food isn't as good as it could be, or I can do better. You know, instead of doing that supportive thing.
And I'm sure now that she has a show, they're going to give her a production crew, and they'll probably have a cook.
She won't even be cooking that food, man.
Yeah, they'll have better people helping her set up the meal so they can make it look smoother. She's going to have so much extra help. You know, you never know how that's going to evolve into. And with that, I know a lot of chefs that started off chefs, and now all of a sudden they TV talk show host or whatever. Just depends on her personality and how she rolls with it. She can make it into something totally different after she gets comfortable on set.
And I think that's
I want to see what the premise is gonna be, because I mean, I look at the way she's shaking it, and I'm like, man, is she gonna do that on VH1 now?
Nah. See, they're gonna have to change the format. That's what I mean. You're gonna have to make it more about cooking.
VH1 do crazy stuff anyway, man. So I think
if they turn it into a reality show, you know, cooking with the Kya, and she's trying to find a man type of thing.
You know, dinner dates. That could be a good show. You know, she cooks a meal that has dinner dates.
Yes, she cooked for dinner dates.
That's smart.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
Yeah,
dinner date.
That'd be a good show. Don't go steal my show, Razor Rays.
No, VH1, whoever hears it, you know what I'm saying? They're the ones going to come up with the concept. Right now, they're just rolling with what she has, but they're going to come up with the concept for her show, and I'm sure that's going to get thrown around. Yo, you're not dating anybody. Why don't we turn it into a reality type of show? You know, after you finish cooking, you bring a young man on and serve it to him. Have a conversation. or even bringing stars on the show to serve them a meal and do an interview.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works too, man.
There's some
You
ways that they
know,
can make that
I
happen.
was just talking about like Blank Man a second ago, and I was like, man, you know, Robin Givens was a bad sister back in the day, man.
And evil as fuck. Her and her mother. Look what they did to goddamn Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
That's when she was looking sweet and innocent. But look at what she did to Mike Tyson. Being sweet and innocent looking.
Yeah, that was the setup right there though. They definitely gold digged.
But they tag teamed that man because they knew he was slow.
Yeah. But man, she was beautiful.
Yeah.
But still, I think that when you take her and then the natural beauty of like a Halle Berry and Boomerang,
Halle Berry was
There's no comparison.
Yeah, between them and Boomerang, I think they had the wrong parts. I'm sorry. Robin Givens was not better than Halle Berry in that movie when it came to
but you needed that natural beauty from Halle Berry. You needed that and that's what one of those.
They should have switched roles. Personally, I think Halle Berry would have been. I mean, he finally gets Halle Berry, so I get how they did that because Halle Berry was the one he really wound up. We're talking about Boomerang for y'all that don't know what the hell we talking about. We've been referencing him all day, especially with the little lemon wine sauce to go on the salmon.
So I just don't know in today's age, man. In today's age, I really feel sorry for the young guys out there just dating. Because if you don't have any money,
did you ever date any older women?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah.
What did you have a little thing for the older women?
Oh yeah, because I liked it because they were let's see, they had much more. They drove. They had their own place.
So you had some cougars in your day.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I was against.
Here's the thing: I don't know what you call a cougar. See, I call it
cougar is an older woman than you that would basically pay for everything. You were basically a fuckboy to her.
No, but what I mean by that is, at this age, I'd be like, yeah, cougar is 50. My cougars was 27. I don't know if you call him a cougar.
No, that's not. Cougars are 30.
You know, you 18 and she 27.
Maybe they were married to a rich man. Maybe they still married to a rich man, but you were their plaything. That's a cougar.
But I'm saying if you're 18 and they 27.
The day, though, that term wasn't even used, man.
Yeah, that wasn't even
when
used.
I was 21, I might have been matching off of a 30-year-old, you know. But
we called it a come up, Drew. We had a come up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But was that 30-year-old previously married to somebody wealthy? Or was that 30-year-old somebody's house mom or a mother to a younger child that might be a housewife? Tell the truth.
Didn't have that. But yeah, I love them older women, man. You know, they just, you know, when you younger, when you 18, the chick may not have her own place. The older chick got her spot, so you can spend the night.
I ain't never done it.
Oh man, you can spend the night over there.
Anybody older than me? No.
Man, look, I remember I went to this. I learned so many secrets from older women, man. I just remember the one chick, because you know I didn't really think about these things. I remember she made me a bath water, right, and filled it up maybe just halfway, and then you know the secret was to turn the hot water on just a little bit so it dripped, so it kept the water hot. It wouldn't get cold. It just kept it warm, and she just sat in there. Man, look. That's how I got to be smooth, man. I tell you, I had some women was teaching the brother, man. I know Kanal was talking about them Kegel exercises, man. The first time a chick put that squeeze on me, God.
Oh yeah, I knew quite a few of them that did those exercises. My
bruh, she put the squeeze.
You don't know about those exercises, man.
If you brothers ain't never had the girl put the squeeze, them vice grips,
they literally
it's a different ball game.
Get out of you.
It's a ball game. Like I you know, look, I did about 5 strokes and wasn't embarrassed. I was like, look, that's your fault. It's all your fault. On the
internet, bro. Don't do that.
Man, look, I had an older lady.
Somebody gonna clip your ass up just because.
Hey, they can do it because I had an older lady show me that, and I said, man. And because here's the thing: when an older lady show you that, you go teach a younger lady later on. You like, you don't know how to do that? Nah, you got to learn. I had to teach them.
Yeah, Naomi Campbell was fine as hell. Teresa Randall was fine as hell.
I didn't like her attitude.
Sanaa Lathan, I didn't really like Sanaa Lathan.
I didn't like Naomi Campbell's attitude. Something about it.
No, I like a little spice every once in a while, but I know I would probably get sick as fuck from her.
Now, I liked your girl who played on Love Jones. What was that my girl's name?
Sanaa Lathan.
No.
Nia
Long.
Nia Long, yes. Nia Long.
In the lead.
Yeah, she was another one. Yeah.
And she was in Boys in the Hood. That's right. She was in Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. So Nia was all that. Nia was all that.
In Menace to Society, you have who? Jada motherfucking Pinkett.
Oh, man. I did like Jada. I liked Jada when she was in a Different World.
One. No, I didn't like her when she was in Different World. I thought I liked her when she was in the movie. What was that movie? Woo?
I don't know.
When she was
you liked her when she was in Set It Off.
No, I didn't like her in Set It Off either.
Let's see. Your friend is in there saying not liking Kya because of how she behaves is not the same as hating. How does she behave?
She wasn't misbehaving at all.
Yeah, she cooks, and the thing is, she's not really even twerking. I heard the girl said that they just called that the bop.
Yeah,
she ain't twerking. She ain't showing. She not showing her ass. She ain't in no thong. She ain't showing none of that stuff. And she cooking.
She wasn't like dressed in a nightie to cook.
And the women, hold up. So I want to know this. Why did the black women hate her? Why did the black women hate her?
Look at the pictures behind the sign. She had a decent clothes on. She wasn't like naked while she was serving food.
So the thing is, why is it that the black women hate her? I thought black women support black women. I thought that's what they did. You know, I thought that, you know, they out there supporting it, but obviously they didn't. Other black women hate because of what she says. All she says is this: I'm gonna steal your man. No, she not gonna go to your house and take your man. That's just a phrase. And what that implies is, that's implying, like that's a dude say, I can get your chick. He not going to your house and get your chick. He's just saying, I have that, I'm that man. And she's saying, if you ain't doing this for it's just like somebody saying,
you're going to lose your man if you can't do this the same way I'm doing it.
Exactly.
That's basically what she giving y'all a warning.
I think that's
your man will leave you if he can get a good meal from the next chick.
Yep. See, now that just lets me know you got to find an excuse because it does no longer fit your narrative. It no longer fits your narrative. It was all about black men hating black women. And when it no longer fits your narrative, when black men, American men, support the black woman,
and support black women, all of a sudden there's another issue.
Yeah, it doesn't fit your narrative. And you say, oh, black man haters. No, it's the black female haters. Black females are what got her off the show. Black females said, we don't like you. Why are those same black females the one that can go to a Megan Thee Stallion concert? They can go to the Cardi B concert. Why is those same girls the ones that can twerk? They the one who hating her. Why is that? See, when you add it up and peel back the onion, it doesn't make sense.
But I'm telling you, I follow at least 3 different light-skinned Creole-looking women on IG, and they're all cooks, and that's all they do. They film their meals. Sexy way of cooking food, but they're fully dressed. Mm-hmm. Nobody has said a word about them, but particularly about this little girl at 23, they got a problem with her.
Yep.
But I know a lot of female cooks that are on IG that cook their food.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a problem.
Not an issue at all. The issue becomes when, and I'm sad to say, anything that black men start to gravitate to and start to like, that's when they get the pushback. When black men went overseas, they got the pushback. White men been doing that for years. Martha Stewart been cooking for years. Ain't nobody mad at her. As soon as black men start getting into something that takes them on a different path, the hate comes out.
Right.
And that's a shame. Ridiculous. You know, that woman, She's not doing nothing wrong. She's a black entrepreneur, man. You know, I mean, not my thing, not my type that I would follow or anything like that, but to each his own, you know. Do your thing.
It's a different era. I mean, you got a wife that cooks. Why would you care about a young girl that's cooking when you got that at home? Dudes that are looking at her are the ones that are like, damn, I wish my woman would cook. And that's the problem. Somebody caught their man watching this chick and assumed they were watching her because of the way she looked versus what she was doing, which was cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And they got offended. You're looking at her because of what? Baby, look at her food. Her food looks good. But I wish you would do that. See, wrong thing. Now, he was in the doghouse, and she went on a vindictive rage and tried to unite the masses against this girl. And she did it. But it backfired. Now she's got her own TV show on VH1.
Mm-hmm. Play Dog said it right. I'm going to do what you want. Watch out. Keep listening to WAP while your man listens and watches me. That's right. I think it's just a jealousy thing. I think, like I said before, when you're not doing it, all right. If you know the women say, I ain't got time to cook, I ain't got time. Well, it doesn't involve you. If you don't have time to do it, why are you hating on a woman who is doing it?
Right.
Why are you mad at someone who is capable? Now, all of us don't have the credentials as Black Man Travels. We can't get a woman like that. We gotta watch Kya. We gotta, that's our porno for us. We gotta be like, man,
bro, watch your mouth. You married over there too.
No, that's our food porno. Because that's the food porno.
Nah,
man, I'm good, man. I mean, I never watched any of her stuff. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, none of us have really. She's just not in our age group that we would be staring at.
Yeah, it's like I'm good.
Like y'all have,
but not even in the age group.
Y'all have wives.
Yeah, we get that.
I'm living the life. I'm living that
that's
life.
what I'm saying.
So
but I'm saying all these other guys that are sitting in their house don't even have anybody to cook, don't even really date anybody. That's attractive to them because that's exactly what they're looking for.
Correct.
And she's young too. I mean, listen to the way Drew talk about her. Drew's over there drooling. He got a little napkin, I'm sure, over there thinking about her.
Yeah, I think we're about to shut it down to BMT. We've been on for 3 hours. We done got, we got
he
Kya
over there
cooking.
drinking his port wine.
No, you know what? This is the same glass I've been sipping since we started, man.
Okay.
I gotta get up in the morning and hit the gym. Shit.
Yeah, we
I
know
gotta be right.
Your Saturday morning escapades in the bag.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Gotta be consistent.
Nothing wrong with that, man. That's it. Consistency does it. Well, fellas, man, we greatly appreciate you guys joining us this evening. It was a great show. I think the conclusion is, Travis, brother, we get married. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Just protect yourself.
At all times, like a boxer.
Wasn't that a rap song? Oh, no, was it Respect Yourself?
Yeah.
Express, man. That shows how old I am. Express yourself. Yeah, we just want to make sure he keep his wealth, and we want Kira, whoever the hell.
I wish her the best, man. I wish her the best, man.
Yeah. Congratulations on her show, by the way. I mean, the best revenge is not to say shit and watch things happen.
I mean,
she didn't have to snap back nothing.
I mean, for anyone to hate on that, I mean, she came at at a good place with it.
Yeah,
I don't.
She was pleasant. I don't think she said a negative word on her shows when she was cooking, and she just showed you how to make the meal. Was a pleasant spirit, just a light, and they just wanted to dampen it.
But also, too, it shows there are a lot of miserable people out here, man.
Absolutely,
there is, and one of them was in the chat.
Yeah,
have nothing to do but talk
Shout
about
out
people.
to Zed, the most miserable person in social media.
We don't say her name. We mention without using.
Oh, I can say her name. Y'all can't. Say her name.
Right.
Yeah, we get fined if we say her name.
And that's so sad, man. That they live in a world where it's. I told she made a post something about on Thanksgiving. Let me see if I can find it, and then we're gonna get out of here. And I'll let you know, because it to me it was just so indicative of sadness. It had to be like around let's see, Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, okay. Can I show it? It won't get me in trouble for showing it, right?
No,
Ronan. You know, I can't mention no name, but
you can't say the name. You can show it.
All right, I'll show it. Keep Africa. There we go. This poll says, on Thanksgiving Day, what are those white worshiping passport bros grateful for? They're thanking God for giving them good health, thanking God for giving them stable jobs, or thanking God for poverty in Latin America.
Oh my God.
Without all the poverty and desperation. That's what she said. I know it. Let's see if my chat was up here. Okay, yeah, this is what I replied to. I said, it's sad that on a holiday that we give thanks, celebrate, and reflect on things that we are grateful for, that this tethered gala still finds something negative to talk about. I am grateful and thankful I don't have the same negative, miserable life as this woman. And that's exactly how I feel. That there is nothing, at some point in your life, there has to be something positive. There has to be something that keeps
outweighs
you going.
the negative around you. Good Lord.
Correct. Even on a Thanksgiving day where you're in America, where you say, let me at least give thanks for the things that I have and appreciate what I have.
The spirit of what it should be.
So imagine what she said for Christmas.
Yeah. These white worshipers are happy that some white man is coming down and saving them with
You're about to be on her number one question. Should Fearless get a lump of coal for Christmas? By the way, I gotta show the picture again. I think I did a pretty good job.
Oh yeah, you're looking good.
Look at my face right there. I'm more.
Yo, that picture ain't me, bro. What the hell? Where you got that picture?
Yeah, that's you. You super happy, man. You want a couple?
No, that nigga look nothing like me, man.
You got a couple gummies.
Look at me, man. I'm looking like I'm crazy.
Dude.
Now you look a little zesty over there.
Yeah. Dude, that picture looked like nothing like me.
Had some marijuana gummies going on there. You know what I'm saying? You got some.
That picture looked nothing like me, man. I was looking like, what the hell is that?
But man,
yeah. Meanwhile, she is a white man worshiper herself.
No,
correct.
That's the craziest thing, man. I will say this, guys. Going into 2025, I hope that we do some fun stuff, but we want to try to have some kind of positivity going sometimes. Yeah. And I hope that you guys bring some kind of positivity into your life, man, because you can only be negative so long, and that negativity has to just affect you. I mean, if you always look at the world in the worst light, if everything you see is bad, that has to affect your health, man. There's no way that I can always look at something and see the worst in it. Right. And if you live in your life like that, man, change your life. Change it.
I agree.
By the way, Merry Christmas, because this is the last Lions Den before Christmas, not before New Year's. Mm-hmm. We are planning on doing a Thursday night therapy session next week. I think that would fall on Christmas, technically, wouldn't it?
I think we got to get Kanal on there because she's going to give us, she says that we have issues.
Yeah, we have issues. She's going to, well, she says she needs 3 hours each.
We don't know yet. We don't know what our issues are.
She said we are women haters. She said that we need
got trauma.
And that she's going to diagnose and help us live. So
yeah, she's gonna bring us back.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come on. I'll be in Miami though, but I'll come on.
Yeah, you might need some therapy just like us, for whatever reason.
Yeah, and she don't understand. Sometimes when we say things, we're saying it in the third person. It ain't really us. Yeah, we represent a lot of people.
I get it. But guys, man, I got to get real. Bed, man. It's been real. It's been an amazing show. And Merry Christmas, man.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's right. It will be Merry Christmas here soon.
Next week. Yeah. We got that brisket down right now, thawing out. About to shave that sucker down, season it up, and throw it in the smoker.
You're gonna brother. You're going to be on it. That's a good thing. Well, fellas, until we meet again on this time, stay positive, stay up.
And it is second season, so if you hear somebody say, "Hey, big head," watch out. She's looking for that
no
gift
new
last
relationships,
minute.
guys. Wait until December 26th.
No, wait until after the New Year's. Don't even ring in the New Year's with anybody new right
Did
now.
I say fuck? Wait after Valentine's Day.
Oh, you right about that. You
right about
that.
Yeah, I'll third that.
Yep.
All right, guys. You guys have a good night, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Yes,
Good
sir.
night.
Hey,
We got
take
an
us out of
outro?
here. Yeah, take us out of here with you know what? The simping season.
Let's do simping season, brothers.
They told me, a newborn king to see.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
Jingle bells,
Yeah.
jingle bells,
Yeah, juju
jingle
on that, juju
all
on that,
the way.
juju on that beat. Now
Oh,
slide,
what
drop,
fun it
hit
is
them
to
fuckers, stop.
ride in a one-horse
Don't stop.
open sleigh.
Don't stop.
Hey, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the field we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing up. I've been down so long, you look like jingle bells. They look jingle bells. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Straight up to my face. Baby, I just need one good one to stay.
Deck the house with bells of holly. La 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 la.
Cut it,
La la la
cut it,
la.
cut it.
Tis the season to be jolly. La 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 la. La la la.
Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. Better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town.
That girl is a real crowd pleaser.
He's making a list. He's checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. So Santa Claus is coming to town. Oh, come. They told me, a newborn king to see.
Got a family to feed, got a family to feed.
Jingle.